Over the past month, Henderson County has seen ice, sleet, snow, and rain. But tonight, it's going to be hotter than what the thermometer says. In their second of 5 in-county games, the Hendersonville Bearcats look for their first victory at host East Henderson, where it's opening night for the Eagles. Crosstown rivals clash from East Flat Rock. Next, Baseball University of the Blue Ridge welcomes you to the Western North Carolina Scout and Streaming Series, where we're live on the campus of East Henderson High School for an out-of-conference matchup between the Hendersonville Bearcats and the East Henderson Eagles.
We're back. It's
We're
been
back.
a full, well, not a full calendar year, but it's been a minute. Actually, just cleaning out the binder today and taking out the old Legion scripts, so still chilly. I still think the first day of practice in Western North Carolina should be March 1st, but here we are playing baseball, and there's a few we're going to be missing on each side that's still playing basketball, I believe, or what's Hendersonville's status for basketball?
I did not check that bracket. I was only really concerned with North.
Yeah, and East Henderson's a really good basketball
Number
team,
1 seed.
So we're going to be missing, I think, Cole Holbrook, Jake Harvey, amongst others tonight. But we are glad to be here, and we have 4 coats on each and a couple changes for you this year to explain. But first, we're going to dive right in and jump in and tell you about our head coaches. Well, we have 2 coaches that are getting, cutting their ears in their first year of being a head coach. They're not unfamiliar with coaching, but first up is Hendersonville's new coach, Elijah Fiveash. Graduated from West Henderson High School?
I think he graduated from Carolina Day,
Carolina.
but I put West 16 on here.
Okay.
You can see it. He went to West for the first 3 years and then finished up at Carolina Day.
And then I think before taking over the head coach job at the high school, he was the head coach for the middle school. So the kids like him. Quick fact, and this is kind of to speak to trying to find stability in the Hendersonville baseball neighborhood, but for these graduating seniors, if you actually go all the way back to their 6th grade year, they have had 7 head coaches in 7 years.
I remember you telling me that earlier.
Yep. So Fiveash takes over and is trying to create some stability for the Bearcats. And same can be said for the other side of the diamond, and Taylor Noble. He's in his first season as the head coach at East Henderson, but he's been coaching the East for about, 5th year?
5th year.
All right. Well, he's very familiar with these kids. He's not a stranger to what they need to work on, what their strengths and weaknesses are. He himself, I believe he played 3 years at Mars Hill after graduating from East Henderson in 2017.
Blow out and couldn't finish, sadly.
Okay, and then he is also, and this was shocking, and I think Hunter has fact-checked this, but in all these years, he is the first alumni to come back and coach at East Henderson.
That's what he told me. He said earlier this week while we were discussing some stuff, he said he was the first alumni head coach in East Henderson history, which I was shocked at since East has been a school for about, going on 70-something years, I think, 60s. So,
and especially with how tight-knit these neighborhoods are, you'd think that there'd be one. Yeah. But anyway, we're glad that's Taylor. We came out last week to watch and run through a practice broadcast when they're playing Irwin. A lot of positive things going on in the East Henderson side. I guess let's just go ahead and, we're going to do a little bit of conference previews for you here. If you've been subscribed to our Patreon, you may have seen several conference previews start coming across the social media feed. Still got 3 more I got to finish. However, I think Hunter may have the results of all 10 conferences. So let's start with the first 2 conferences that we're covering tonight. The Western Highlands 2A, 3A. So this was hilarious, in my opinion. And, we tabulate all the coaches' polls to put these numbers together. Hendersonville, when the final tabulation was done, was ranked the highest, so first place in the Western Highlands, but did not receive a first place vote.
Didn't even receive a first place vote from head coach Fiveash. We had to go try to get him to vote for himself, but he finally did. He didn't vote first. So.
Yeah, I think he put himself in second as well, but it's all good. So. We try to keep him anonymous. But you got Polk with 2, Masson with 3, Mitchell with 1, Owen with 1, and Hunter said it today. He thinks his favorite is going to be Mountain Heritage, who's ranked 6. And I've been trying to remind people that, hey, look, I know Avery's down, and they haven't had a winning season in the Max Prep era, but they got a nice ace this year in Jamison Wayner, the junior pitcher. So the Western Highlands is going to be ultra competitive. maybe not as competitive as the Mountain 8 even, which may be the most balanced overall conference in Western North Carolina. Pisgah and West Henderson split the first place votes, but I'll tell you, every single one of these teams listed could beat the other on any given night. The story is everybody's got some pitching, everybody's got some offensive talent. West Henderson's probably the deepest, and I'd say Pisgah's probably the most top-heavy. After that, it could be upset city any given night.
Well, yeah, as Ryan was saying, Hendersonville not receiving a first place vote, but being tabulated as the number one, as the average rank, same as with West Henderson, except they received 4 first place votes, barely edging out the Bears of Pisgah, who got off to a hot start this year, 2-0, with a couple wins over Inco Wednesday and Thursday. Franklin, big win over North Buncombe. East Henderson's first game. North, I believe, has their first game tonight. Brevard, big win we'll discuss later. But, yeah, we're going to get into our power rankings. We're going to show you last year's final power rankings, since obviously we don't have power rankings to start the year quite yet. We'll have some for you next Monday or Tuesday, depending on what we get out here. But we're going to show you this year. We're going to have the Mountain 10, the Foothills 10, and our Mountain 10 brought to you by House of Power. Looking for one-on-one lessons for hitting, pitching, and catching, strength and conditioning programs to develop explosive power, facility membership so you can train on your own schedule, cage rentals for individuals and teams, then you need House of Power, founded by former Clemson Tiger and professional ball player Sheldon Reed. They're conveniently located in Mills River, and check them out online at hophendersonville.com to learn more. That is hophendersonville.com.
Yeah, and we were glad to get them involved along with our Foothill sponsor, Peak Performance, because they are both performance-based organizations, and we want to encourage you all to bring the power, bring the performance. So we're really happy to have these guys on board.
Yeah, well, Peak Performance Vault, they believe every athlete has the potential to reach new heights and achieve their peak performance. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting, we provide state-of-the-art training environments for baseball, softball, and golf that combines modern technology with personalized coaching. They're located at 352 West Main Street down in Forest City. 828-289-1592 to reach them, or peakperformancevault@gmail.com. Well, let's go over these Mountain 10, Foothills 10, and we might have some Mountain 10 that get pushed into the Foothills this year. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so you all may have heard about the conference realignment. It is all over the place now. And honestly, I think everything is kind of shaped up and put in their proper place a little better than past conference construction. But East Rutherford, Chase, RS Central, they used to be part of that Mountain Hills or Mountain Foothills 7. It's now defunct. And if you look at their conference, they're Foothills now. So all the Rutherford County teams are going to be wrapped into the Foothills this year. And McDowell joins the Northwestern. So they too are technically going to be a Foothill team. However, we're adding coverage of another new conference this year. It's the Mountain Valley. That's the teams out of Ashe County, Allegheny, Wilkes, and that's definitely mountain if you've been up there. So we're going to wrap them into our mountain rankings along with the MAC, the Mountain 8, the Western Highlands, and the Smoky Mountain Conference. On the other side, with the Foothills, you're going to have the Western Piedmont Conference, which is where the Rutherford County teams are now, the Western Foothills, the Northwestern, the Southern Piedmont, and the – who am I missing? There's one more. Oh, the Mountain – or no, not the Mountain Valley. Western
Big
Piedmont.
South.
Yep,
Big South.
The Big South. That's right. Cleveland County, Gaston County. So those are our 5 conferences down there. Last year, the story was that Western North Carolina took all the championships, I believe. Or no, they didn't win the 1A.
They didn't win the 1A.
So they won the 4A, the 3A, and the 2A. At the top of the mountain rankings last year was a tie. It's interchangeable. We had TC Robertson and East Rutherford. Again, East Rutherford will be in the Foothills this year. Tuscola finished 3rd. They're going to be a little down this year after graduating some seniors and then seeing Amos Rich graduate early. Followed by Asheville, RS Central, Drone, who will also be a Foothills team this year, West Henderson, North, and Pisgah. It will be a lot different this year.
I think you forgot Reynolds right there. Reynolds came off to a hot start this year, so
You're
they're
right.
definitely going to be in the top 10 to start next week.
What was the final score of the West
I think
Henderson?
It was 13-1.
Good pitching over there with Duncan Carver and Cody Hudgens. There's some big-time arms.
Was going over some of the analytics side of the rankings that we look at in BBU Plus that I've developed, and it's going to be tough to see how these teams shape out because only 2 conferences have started conference play because there are 19 conferences down in the foothills. So we're going to have to tweak that a little bit and look into it a little bit less. But once we get into the full swing of things in a couple of weeks, we'll have some analytics to factor into our decision making. A lot of late night Sunday phone calls going over these teams.
Southern Piedmont, that's the one that started already, correct?
And Western Foothills.
Dang, that's wild. Well, we saw a couple upsets last week, earlier this week, I should say. East Rutherford fell to Kings Mountain.
That was a big one.
Yep. East Lincoln fell to, was it Newton Conover?
No. Newton Conover, yeah.
So, I mean, there were some interesting upsets, but, there's basketball players out. You don't want to judge teams too early. But before we move on, let's take a look at that final Foothills 10. At the top was North Lincoln. They took home that 3A state championship, but they're going to be up there again. Lincoln Charter will be in the mix. Even though we're not covering their full conference, we got to include Lincoln Charter. Gaston Christian will be one of the private schools we cover down the mountain. They'll be good again. South Caldwell and Alexander Central, those are 2 I expect to beat up on each other. It looks like AC didn't make the final last year. Burns, East Lincoln, North Iredell. North Iredell's in that Northern Piedmont Conference. We decided not to pick them up. It's like that Lake Norman area. We might get in there again next year. And then Cherryville, Crest, and Watauga to finish off. It's going to be much of the same, very senior-heavy Northwestern Conference with Watauga, Alexander Central, and South Caldwell. Freedom will be better down there. In the Big South, Crest will be good again. Evan Wise taking over for South Point. They'll be strong. Stuart Kramer is going to be really good in that Southern Piedmont if they can find a catcher. But it's loaded in the Foothills this year. So when I was doing some practice top 10s today, there's like 6 or 7 teams that are so good that are not in there yet.
That's what I was looking at the BBU. Plus, I was looking at how some of these teams have started out playing in conference play and who they've addressed and how it's affecting their, with run scored and everything. So,
all right, Hunter, why don't you tell them a little bit about our new Player of the Week sponsor?
Well, yeah, we got a new Player of the Week sponsor, good friends of mine, Good Iced Tea at goodicedtea.com. They're going to be our sponsor for Players of the Week. Don't have a Player of the Week yet. We will. Since it's a short week, we'll factor into Wednesday through Saturday games. Going to get some of these nominations in from the coaches, but Good Iced Tea will be sponsoring all the players. So when they have a good week, we're sending them some Good Iced Tea. Whether it's original, Carolina Peach, Zesty Maple, or Tropical Island Time, they're also got this Watermelon-licious coming out too that I'm excited to try. But all you have to do is brew, chill, relax, and repeat. Earl, the mascot, loves it, and so do we. Order a pouch today. Comes with 10 bags and make 10 gallons of delicious Salem Black Iced Tea. Go to goodicedtea.com and follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And excited to send some tea bags out. It's not as advantageous as our last year's sponsor, but still, if you're from Western North Carolina, you love you a good glass of good iced tea.
This is the perfect sponsor for us. I truly believe that kids coming home, drinking some good iced tea. We want you to take pictures of yourself drinking that good iced tea and post it on your social media and tag good iced tea. The graphic I made the other day, it looks awesome. I don't think Hunter's got it up there yet, but we'll announce our first Good Iced Tea Player of the Week probably Tuesday next week. And a couple of good pitchers from Pisgah might be up there for the Mountains. Hearing Landon Wright throwing a no-hitter on Wednesday, and then Zach Wester
Thursday,
striking out 21 batters. So do the math in your head real quick, folks. What's that mean? That's right. Every out of the game was a strikeout. Now, granted, I'm a pitching coach by trade. Those pitch counts that early in the season scare me, Coach Shep, but he's got 2 aces, so expect Pisgah to be towards the top of the House of Power rankings this week.
Well, crosstown rivals clash. Want to dig into these teams that finished this last year in the Mountain Foothills 7 and the Mountain 7.
The biggest theme of this game, and again, remember, we picked this up late. We were originally going to do Drone and Mountain Heritage, but when they canceled, Hunter and I were like, you know what? I wrote 2 Patreon articles about these teams. They've been down. They both have kind of an albatross on their shoulders they got to try to shed. But I'm also high on these teams right now, and I've been trying to encourage people or players on both sides to understand, hey, you're in a great position to have play some of the best baseball that your side of town has seen in years. Let's start first with Hendersonville. Last year they finished 7-15, 5-7 in conference, third in the Mountain Foothill Sevens, which is now defunct. Nothing special the last decade or so. I think honestly, if you read the Patreon, I think I said the last time they had a winning season may have or were like a powerhouse was the year I moved to town. It's like in 2014. After that, they kind of went downhill. So I kind of brought the curse with me. But I'll tell you, on both sides, there's talent. So with Hendersonville tonight, you're going to see Jack Tweed on the bump. Kid's a junior. He's big, strong. He's got a high slot. The curveball is a almost true 12-6, and his fastball's got rise, and that slot plays up and down really well with that two-pitch combo. You got one of my favorite left-handed hitters in Western North Carolina, Aiden Burlett. He's going to be playing shortstop tonight. He's heading off to Hood College next year. And then Will Bolliard's going to be out in center field, bouncy athlete, very hard to strike out. Just seems to have a knack for hitting. Almost a little bit of that Vladdy Guerrero in him, where he's going to, he's a bad ball hitter, but he's going to find barrels. I think the key for Hendersonville is to stop the bleeding if you make a mistake, and I think Hunter saw that Wednesday night with West Henderson. 3 innings in, 0-0. A couple mistakes. Next thing you know, it's 10-0. So it's
the bottom of the third, they just gave up a couple right there, and the defense started to throw around quite a bit. But then they got out of it, and you've got to limit the damage right there. And they didn't limit the damage in the fourth and the fifth, and West just piled it on and basically rounded the bases like that Mickey Mouse thing. So I think they got a good chance to compete this year. They've in that conference where you said it, anybody, any given day can win, and anybody in a given year might be able to win it in the next few years. So see the Bearcats coming out tonight, hopefully a little bit pissed off, maybe ready to take it to another crosstown rival.
They got to win one of these games here, because after today they got North twice, and then they got East again next Friday, and you just want bragging rights in the county. I know it's not conference play, but take out one of these 3A, 4A teams ahead of you.
Well, when I was playing, we wanted to beat them just as bad as we want to beat West and East. It was like you can't stand any of them.
Last year, East Henderson struggled. They were 7-17, 2-10 in the conference. They showed glimmers at times. There is talent. I think this is the year they break the streak. It's been since, I believe, 2013 since they've made the playoffs. So we're looking at a 12, 13-year streak. They had a great 2021 season in the COVID shortened season. They finished 9-3 in conference, but it wasn't good enough for playoffs that year with half a bracket. This is their best chance in years to make a name for themselves within the county. So this is opening night. Next week, they have a loaded schedule. They got to play RS on Monday, Owen on Wednesday, and then they see Hendersonville again on Friday. So it'd be interesting to see how they handle their pitchers tonight. I was thinking maybe 3 or 4 pitchers, split the duties, give everybody a shot to get warm for the rest of the week. We'll see what Coach Noble's gotten, what he's got in store. But I think now's as good a time as ever to tell you about our second year in a row pregame sponsor.
Well, Meineke is the pregame sponsor for Baseball University of the Blue Ridges Western North Carolina Scout and Streaming Series. With numerous locations in the Western North Carolina region, there's no better spot to get your vehicle seen and serviced. Whether it's an oil change, brakes, mufflers, tires and wheels, AC, you name it, Meineke is doing car care right in West North Carolina. And I like to point out in this spot, you're going to be seeing a commercial once we start to get going. It got a fast start here with the short week, only 2 weeks before the season started. So we're going to give our due diligence to our sponsors. We're going to go out to some of their locations. We're going to film them a commercial. We're going to put it in. It's going to be really high tech. Thanks to the sponsors, we're able to move over to the new software we're using today, which you're seeing all the awesome new graphics, countdown stuff. It's so much better than last year. And we can't help but thank guys like Meineke being our pregame sponsor for the Scout and Streaming Series.
Yep, couldn't do it without the sponsors. We appreciate everybody who's joined the Patreon. Heck, we even got a little booth set up behind us where people want to make, support mountain baseball. Put a penny in the jar or something. I don't care. Like, this is going to be community-fueled baseball. We are high school. We are Legion. We're trying to bring college recruiting back into the neighborhoods, and our sponsors are helping us do that. Well, let's do a little where are they now? We've helped a few players on both sides of the diamond here. First up for Hendersonville, a couple graduates the last few years. Ethan Milner, he's enjoying a freshman year down in Rockingham, the right-handed pitcher. And then up at Southwest Virginia, you got Ethan Rector and Logan Spockman finishing out. It's actually Southwest last season. They're shutting down the program after this. And then over at Carolina University, the NAIA is Brody Paris after 2 years at Wake Tech. And then up in Maryland, it's also where Aiden Burlett's heading next year. Skylar Albright has been putting together a very good Division III career at Hood College. And East Henderson, Blake Richie, he's down at Caldwell. You might remember him, the big left-handed swinger. Mason Smith, he's up at Geneva in Western PA studying engineering, and heard he's engaged to get married, so congratulations, Mason. Brady Nix, he was at USC Union. He's currently enrolled with Cleveland. Took him to a pro tryout the other day, trying to convince him to play in the Coastal Plains League. He's still going to be a ball player. Let's keep an eye on Brady Nix. Aiden Sumner, weekend guy down at Wake Tech, is having a great career via the JUCO route. Gotta love Devin Walker out of Asbury in Kentucky. Social media darling, too. And then lastly, Reese Alverson. He's up at UVA Wise. Remember Reese Alverson throwing down slam dunks as a basketball player, too, speaking of East Henderson basketball. And Hunter's got a nice little thing here. He's got the starting lineups he can flash now for y'all. And this takes a lot of coordination with the high school coaches before the game, but again, we're trying to make upgrades, folks. Third year doing it. Remember, the first year was just me and an iPad. We brought on Hunter last year, the graphics, the extra cameras, and now this year we're wired in with Ethernet, and we got a more advanced graphic system. So
Who do you want to take a look
let's
at
do
first?
Starting lineup of Hendersonville. Got it? All right, so leading off for Hendersonville is going to be the second baseman, David Castillo. He's going to be followed by the senior, Will Bolliard, in center field. You might see him pitch tonight. He is a college talent, still looking for a home. Aiden Burlett, the Hood College commit at shortstop. Charles Holsey, strong ball player, playing first base. He's interested in college baseball. Jack Tweed, we're very excited about this pitcher. The junior will be starting on the mound. Batting sixth will be River Faulkner. We're a big fan of the sophomore catcher who was thrown into the fire last year as a freshman. Zach Elkins, talented young ball player, also a good pitcher, batting seventh, playing third base. Batting eighth, number 8, Rutledge Pace will be in right field. And batting ninth, Chaz Johnston. He'll be playing left field. He's also a left-handed pitcher. Maybe show them how they're going to be in the field, too. Nice. How about that for technology, folks? All right, let's start with Hendersonville. I guess we'll start with their lineup, and then we'll show them how East Henderson, and then we'll show them how they're lined up in the field. Batting first is going to be the lefty, Henry Love, playing center field. Batting second, also the lefty, playing second base, Tyler Hill. Batting third, the Flodar commit Tristan Sumner. Might see him later on the bump tonight. He's up to 91. James Osborne hit 2 nukes in the scrimmage we covered last week. He'll be batting fourth. He's high academic. Keep an eye on him. Garrett Gosnell, always hoping to see him pitch, the left-handed junior, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Dakota Lighton. He's the DH. He'll be DHing for the catcher, Trey Justice. Batting seventh will be Tyler Lowry, talented young athlete, be a shortstop. Batting eighth and doing the pitching is Tyler Shipman. Tyler was the guy we saw throwing at the end of the game last week wearing the brace, and he was impressive. I just didn't recognize the name at first. And then batting ninth, the speedster, the left fielder, Colton Emery. Well, it's getting a little chillier, that's for sure. Sun's starting to dip. Dario's got the lights on across the street. And to finish up our pregame show, let's tell you a little bit about the prospects we need to look out for. We started talking about a few. For Hendersonville, again, Aiden Burlett is a stud. He's high academic. His grades helped him pay for school. You kids better be listening to that. And Hood is an awesome program up in Frederick, Maryland. Frederick is on the easternmost ridge of the Blue Ridge Mountains, so please look into Hood College, guys. It's coached by Mike Victory, who you might remember was at Brevard for several years. Helped turn that program around. Again, the uncommitted 26s we want to keep an eye on are Will Bolliard, Charles Holsey. Both of them are looking to play baseball at the next level. 27s, very excited about Jack Tweed pitching tonight. And then again, Zach Elkins and River Faulkner were the other underclassmen we were told to keep an eye on. East Henderson, Tristan Sumner. Hope we see him pitch. He's a sidewinder. He's up to low nines. I think he's a pro prospect. He's heading to one of the best JUCOs in the country next year in Florence Darlington Tech down in South Carolina. Some other 27s, and there's a good group of them. A couple aren't here tonight, but we're still going to mention them. But Garrett Gosnell, the left-handed pitcher, he's in the outfield to start. James Osborne is one of the best pure power hitters we've seen in a while. Saw him hit 2 nukes against Irwin the other day. That's my last evaluation question, is watch him through a whole season. Is this the power hitter that East has been missing for decades? It seems. Cole Holbrook and Jake Harvey are two to mention that will not be here because they're basketball players. Jake is a middle infielder and Cole is a shutdown catcher. Both pitch. A couple more sophomores. Henry Love, he's going to be in center field, very fast. I like him on the bump, too. Tyler Lowry and Caleb Burris. So a lot of talent, a lot of underclassmen talent on both sides here coming up. No JV team for Hendersonville this year, so everybody who's a ball player at Hendo's in that dugout. Last thing, we're going to do the Meineke Fleet keys to the game. Well, two each. Hunter, what did we do last year? Maybe do 3 total.
Did
now
3 total, but just trying to test it out, looking at different things. So
right.
Hit them with it.
All right, so first, Hendersonville. Got to forget Wednesday night. Learn from it. Limit the miscues. Talked to River Faulkner before the game. Told him, hey, you guys look good in the first 3 innings. You got the talent. If you give up a run, you got to pretend it's 0-0 and just stop the bleeding. So that's the first key, is if you have a miscue, limit it, learn from it, move on. Second, got to attack the zone. Until East Henderson proves they can hit, you got to throw strikes. I hate to say it. I'm not trying to down y'all much. Like I said, I'm a big James Osborne fan, but I'm filling up the zone until East Henderson proves they can rally. And let's flip over to the other side, East Henderson. First, I think the pitching needs to be shut down early. Get ahead, put up some zeros, take the pressure off some of your bats. If you fall behind early, East historically is not hit, so take the pressure off, grab the lead early, and pitch and stay ahead. And then lastly, if you have that lead, you got to learn to win tonight, boys. Hold the lead. Know your bunt defenses. Know your situations. Know how to hold runners. Learn to finish. Well, we still got a little bit of time as they finish up I.O. I think Hunter's probably going to put up a little bit of a timer. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with y'all in our first inning sponsor here in a couple minutes. All right, umpires are meeting. Coach Noble, Coach Five Ash out there for, I guess that'd be Coach Noble's first official plate meeting before a game as a head coach. So congratulations, Taylor. I'm sure it's thrilling. Hunter's working on a couple graphics here we're going to show you. We're going to try to celebrate some of the commitments that we've worked with here at Baseball University. And we already told you there's two in this game. We're still working on Will. He will be committed at some point. But Aiden Burlett for Hood College and Tristan Sumner for East Henderson. It's not a bad evening here. We were trying to find a weather sponsor at one point to give you like the pregame weather, but we didn't find one, so we'll sponsor it ourselves. Hunter got it up there? Yeah, there you go. So there's some of those fancy commitment graphics we've been playing with. So you got Aiden Burlett, and then Tristan Sumner from Florence Darlington is the other one. See if Hunter can find that one.
That's what you said.
I sent you the wrong one, so we don't have his. That's all right.
Hold on, I bet you I can
It's on Canva, so. Well, that's the first broadcast of the year for you. Feeling about like 99% of the way there. But anyway, tonight we're looking at about, temperatures. Game time is about 51. By the time this game ends, we'll be in the 40s. And it looks like it might even bring on some fog this evening. Holy moly. So we're going to have wind, probably about 6-7 miles per hour. Looks like it's going to be blowing towards the west. Skies are gray tonight, so wouldn't be surprised to see a baseball get lost in the clouds, especially this early in the year. And we got 4 cameras for you this evening. Hunter will probably show you the some of those angles here in a little bit. So we had colder games last year, so I think we're going to survive just well this evening. Again, starting pitcher tonight is going to be Hunter Shipman. We saw him throw in the Irwin versus East Henderson scrimmage last week, and he came out and he's wearing like a brace across his chest. But I'll tell you, the kid was whipping it in there pretty good and had a little bit of funk. So I'm interested to see if he can fill the zone up tonight. And again, we already told you about the other side with Jack Tweed. He's one of the more promising juniors in the county. Excited to see what he can develop into. Pretty physical guy. But as the players line up on the foul lines here, we're going to get ready for the national anthem here in a couple minutes. We're going to see if Hunter can beat the anthem and show you the other commitment. All right. There we go. We did it. Again, brand new software, different from last year. Hunter's on it. I'm trying to get him a raise. Join the Patreon. Help me pay Hunter better. He's working so hard. Florence Darlington Tech, one of the best in the nation. Tristan's, he's got potential. He's really got it. He's a sidewinder. He's low nines. He may close out this game this evening. I think he's got pro stuff. But the thing I've encouraged him the most is just fill the zone. Fill the zone. Your stuff moves so much. No 2-1s, no 2-0s, no 1-0s. We need 0-2, 1-2 counts. And he could break some barrels this year, even with metal bats. This kid's stuff runs. Like, he just needs to pitch to contact, and he might be able to get through a 7-inning game in 70 pitches. So, like I said, we may see him this evening. But congratulations to both Tristan and Aiden Burlett. And hopefully we can get a couple more seniors committed here before the end of the season. We're going to pause here for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still guide. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Here we go!
Was hoping for a play ball. Play ball. All right, so again, Hunter's going to show you how the Eagles are lined up out there in the outfield and infield. We got Hunter Shipman on the mound, and we got Trey Justice behind the plate.
Well, here's your home team. Defense lined up, left to right in the outfield. Emery, Love, and Gosnell. First around the third, Sumner, Hill, Lowry, and Osborne. And Shipman and Justice make up your battery for the Eagles. Lining up for the visiting Bearcats, you got Castillo, Boyard, and Burlett starting off the first right here, followed by Halsey, Tweed, Faulkner, Elkins, Pace, and Johnson.
I like Lowry in the middle. Him and Harvey. You know, Jake Harvey's not here today, but they're probably going to be your middle guys most of the season. Defense, hopefully, is solid tonight. Rained last night. They're working hard on the field this morning. Might still be a little slippery out there. A lot of speed in the outfield. Love can fly. Gosnell runs well. But let's get into our first inning sponsor spot. We want to thank our first inning sponsor, Bloom Patch Farms. They're located right here in Hendersonville. Bloom Patch Farms is a specialty micro farm dedicated to rare and extraordinary dahlias. They offer rare dahlia cuttings, premium tubers, healthy potted plants, seasonal bouquet subscriptions, and custom floral work. Bloom Patch Farms ships cuttings and tubers nationwide throughout the year. So if you coaches out there need something for your ladies, I don't care how far away you are, look up Bloom Patch Farms. They specialize in rare and hard-to-find varieties, including the stunning water lily. So join them in person on April 11th for their farm sale. They have free RSVP tickets available right now on their website. To inquire about seasonal subscriptions or custom floral designs, email bloompatchfarmll@gmail.com. Shop online and reserve your in-person sales tickets at bloompatchllc.com. Bloom Patch Farm, rare blooms, grown with intention. It's time to start this ball game. First pitch of the broadcast season. Shipman delivers. Strike one. Great way to start it. So, again, it's going to be Castillo, Boyard, and Burlett start here for the Bearcats. So, Castillo up on that line a little bit, hugging the plate. Ball outside, 1-1 count. So, we felt a couple gusts of wind here and there, but nothing too firm. Flag out in center field is limp at the moment. 1-1 delivery from Shipman. Goes to the off-speed. That's a slow grounder up the middle. Lowry, it does not bounce up to greet his leather, and it's going to sneak under. It's going to be an E6 to start this ball game. So this goes back to those keys to the game. Limit the miscues. If you make one, eat it, swallow it, and move on. So E6, and I'll bring Will Bolyard to the plate. Will likes to swing. Not a lot of walks from Will, but he also doesn't strike out much either. I've seen him hit balls at his eyeballs and his shoelaces with hard contact. Some people just got that gift. It's wiry, bouncy, center field shortstop tight. Going to be pitching potentially this evening as well. He's going to be one of the Bearcats' main arms. Still trying to figure out college. Nice block up there by Justice. So he's got some interest in potentially joining the military, so I've encouraged him to look at schools like Norwich and some of the maritime academies. Maybe consider some of the ROTC programs at the 4-year or 2-year level. Shipman delivers, runner stays put. Beauregard's going to rip one down the left field line, and that ball is foul. So here's a kind of a sneak preview of the speed of his hands and his ability to turn on a baseball. Just going to even it up here at 1-1. 2-1? 1-1.
I got 2-1.
Okay, I'll say 2-1. And the dangerous Aiden Burlett on deck. So Beauregard can push some runners in the scoring position. The Bearcats could break the egg early. Oh, that ball's going to get away from Sumner at first base. Throws a little wide by Shipman. Castillo's going to hold up his second. We'll say it's an E1 on the throw as it was just a little wide. So 3-1 or 2-1 count?
2-1.
Early season, I wonder if you're bunting. Just trying to get runs across early and get a lead.
Well, everything I've seen out of these two programs the last week, I'd bunt. Want to see a lot of runs scored tonight.
You could probably draw it out to the past couple seasons with that. There's a swing and another shot foul. This one burning some worms a little bit. So now we're 2-2, so the bunt's probably out. However, like I said, Beauregard's a tough one to strike out. But if I'm Shipman here and it's risky, but I just seen his catcher block up pretty well, I'd probably try to bury one here and see if you can get him to chase. Still might hit it. Ball up and out. Good take by Beauregard. Say the Bearcat dugout getting a little loud out there. Justice can come out and talk to his pitcher real quick. So I'm not technically going to call this a mound visit yet, but we do have a mound visit sponsor. So we'll wait till Coach Noble or Coach Five Ash feels the need to get in the ear of a pitcher. Say lights are on. We're right off of Upward Road. Ain't nobody in Flat Rock that is out driving is going to be able to avoid seeing the baseball lights on this side of town. So another foul ball to the left side. That makes 3 wide of third. I think you got to stay off speed here. You know, Dunn sped his bat up a little bit, and he's still foul. A good fastball maybe puts it in the center of the diamond. So I'd stay off speed here if I'm Shipman. Right back. Oh, he probably could have caught Castillo if he would have turned immediately. But it's just as good as a sack bunt. So it's going to be 1-3. And Burlett's got a runner over there now. Shipman doesn't have to pitch to Burlett here. You don't have to give him something. He's going to go from the windup. Usually not a fan of that. Usually like to see you stay in the stretch. But if you're Castillo, you better get a good secondary and score on that pass ball. Which, if you've ever played at East Henderson before, you also know that pass balls can ricochet right back to you and get you caught in a rundown real quick. Shipman's digging in the leather. See what pitch we got. Swing and a miss. Looked like a changeup there. Nice offering. So gets ahead on Burlett 0-2. See if Burlett goes in the defense mode right here and just tries to put the ball in play, maybe elevate one. Up and out. 1-2 count now. Again, Aiden Burlett heading up to Hood College, good academic school in Frederick, Maryland. I grew up in Carroll County, butted up to Frederick. It's a nice area to raise a family. Beautiful small town feel. I always describe it as, it's a mountain town. It's kind of like Asheville with less hippies. That ball's up. So Justice had to stretch his arm up to snag that one. So after getting ahead 0-2, we're evened up now. 2-2 count, one down. It's Castillo over at third base. Shipman's been digging in that glove for a while. I think he finally found the ball. Here it goes. Full count now. Again, we saw Shipman pitch in that Irwin East scrimmage. I was fairly impressed. It was towards the end of the game. Usually scrimmages, preseason, it's like 2 games, your first half and your second half. But he looked good in the second half. Burlett starts 0-2, works it all the way back for a walk. Shows you everybody knows Burlett can swing it. So first and third here with 1 out. We'll see if 5-Ash has anything on for the Bearcats. So be the strong Charles Holsey to the plate, getting starting first baseman duties here senior year. Had to wait a while. Did not play much as a junior. But sometimes these are the fun players that work and work and work and then finally starts to click that senior year. Holsey here is probably trying to elevate the baseball. If you're Shipman, you're trying to make him hit it on the ground. Holsey, not the fleetest of foot. A routine ground ball could end up being a double play. But swings through, or foul tips it. Justice finds it.
Well, he had something on, that's sure.
Aiden Burlett will return to first base. Aiden's a decent runner, probably about 7'2" runner. Good athlete, playing shortstop tonight. Probably more of a first base, third base, corner outfielder in college. He's gonna be looked to hit. So that's his main job. Pickoff attempt here. Almost goes wide again. Snagged by Sumner. So again, I know we were talking about this key to the game for Hendersonville about like limiting the damage, right? But now, same can be said for East Henderson. It's like just don't let things compound. Good jump by Burlett. Justice going to throw through, and that ball's going to go all the way to center field. So it looked like something was supposed to be on, and somebody wasn't there for an assignment. So I guess we got to call it an E2. We'll give Burlett a stolen base because he had a great jump.
Do you have that as a ball or a strike?
I don't know, but I do have 3 errors in the inning. Ball up. Went to the off speed. Stayed up on the letters. Looks like a 1-2 count. I think we're 1-2. Good take. Again, Holsey's job is to hit. Corner infielder. If he's going to play in college, it's going to be because the college coach sees the power potential. He's got strong trunks for legs. And now he's just trying to get behind one here and elevate the baseball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Shipman. Trying to limit the damage to 1 run here in the first. I'll bring Jack Tweed starting pitcher up. If Jack gets on, I'm sure he'll be ran forward being the pitcher. Got Burlett out there, second base. Oh, that's going to be a pass ball. Just pops out the leather of Justice there. So pass ball. It's going to allow Burlett to move up. Pass ball counts an error in the box, right? That's a good question. Might be a quick Google search.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does. I know it counts as an unearned run if it happens to your pitcher. Nice pitch by Shipman. Goes up into the eyeballs. So no hits in the inning. Got to reach on an error. Got 3 errors that allowed a run to come through. Burlett with the walk. Nice job by Justice. Stretching out in that left-handed hitter's batter's box. It's recorded as an error. Oh, it's not recorded. So it's recorded as a pass ball. So not recorded as an error. 42, and I'm still learning box score rules. Way up near the bill of the helmet there. So Shipman's pitch count climbing a little bit here in the first inning. Overall, stuff looks okay. And it's hard to judge them when it's errors, unearned run. Ooh. Close. But it's ball 4, so Tweed heads down to first base. Courtesy runner. No courtesy runner? Oh, there we go. There's your courtesy runner. So that's going to be Brian Humans running for Tweed at first base.
Hey, find the last guy. This guy right here. Get this guy right here.
Humans. Brian Humans. No JV team for Hendersonville this year, so probably plenty of pinch runners to go to on the bench. Ball out. And the hitter now, sophomore River Faulkner. He started as a freshman behind the dish for the Bearcats last year. Survived. Played nobly. Thrown to the Wolves as a freshman. Pick off attempt here. First and third still. So the Bearcats trying to see if they can put a crooked number up here before they head out of the top of the first. Runner goes. Ball up. Justice is going to throw through again. Cut off by Lowry. Be a stolen base for Human. I think everybody in the park knew he was going to be running on that one. He's probably going to be running first and third until they prove they can stop it otherwise. That's how high school baseball goes. First and third can be a nightmare for a high school team that is not prepared, right? The amount of hours that I've remember spending teaching and practicing first and third for just the couple times you're going to use it, maybe a game. Another walk. Faulkner heads down to first. That's 3 walks in the inning and an error. As of now, if he can get this third out, he'll be lucky to escape with just the 1 run. Zach Elkins. It's a right-handed pitcher, strong bullpen option for Coach Five Ash. So we Phoenix Fitzgerald running at first base. Phoenix Fitzgerald coming at first base to run. Still going from the windup. Swing and a miss. So I brought the radar gun out today. Haven't walked out behind the plate yet. We'll see about. I usually wait till second or third inning. Let them get juicy. Elkins at the plate now, playing third base. Ball high, 1-1 count. Big pitch here. Swing and a drive. That ball's foul over the batting cages. So, seen a couple balls turned on foul. Gotta let that ball get deep. But it's 2 strikes. This is a chance for Shipman to get out of it, limit the damage. And we talked about that key of the game, trying to have the pitchers eat early and limit damage. We saw 4 base runners, but only 1 run comes across. That is strike 3 looking, and that third strike is brought to you by Burlett Painting. Painting the corners with Burlett Painting. Heading into the bottom of the first, it's going to be Henry Love. Come on here. Tyler Hill and Tristan Sumner for your Eagles.
Well, I want to thank the following businesses who are home team sponsors tonight, supporting the time put towards marketing this game to college coaches pregame and editing and posting highlights for the East Henderson Eagle prospects with recruiting and scouting content on social media. First one for us tonight is JLH Engineering Services. Want to say a few words about them?
Hey, we appreciate the heck out of them. They love what we're doing. They see the philanthropic value. They're not much for advertising, so they said, hey, put our name up there and just let them know that we support you. So we appreciate you, JNL. JNL or JLH?
JLH.
JLH Engineering. There we go.
And I want to thank JC's Lawn and Care.
Yeah, talked to him this morning. Great gentleman, supports the East Henderson neighborhood. Again, it's that time of year, folks. The weather is kind of getting warmer, but got to get that landscaping done. What's your yard looking like? If you live in Henderson County, look them up. know. Or wait,
JC's.
JC.
JLH
JLH Engineering, JC's Lawn Care.
JC's Lawn Care.
Holy moly.
JC's Lawn Care, 828-458-0660. And then JLH Engineering Services, 828-606-7711.
Rusty. All right, so Jack Tweed. We'll probably get some radar on him later. If you've ever been around me, you know I really don't care too much about the radar gun in high school. Of course, it's important. You got to learn how to pitch in high school. If you got velo, great. You got to be lifting and moving heavy things and getting bigger, but don't rush it. Just let it come, you know, and work towards it, but know how to pitch. And that's what I'm looking for at Tweed tonight, because I love the tall slot. I love the way the fastball and curveball both play out of the same tunnel. I think he's got great potential, and honestly, the Bearcats need him to step up this year. If he can step up this year, it takes a lot of pressure off of Aiden Burlett and Will Bolyard, the seniors. Maybe allow them to keep Will Bolyard in the middle of the field more, athlete, center, and shortstop. So, again, if he can assume the ace duties here for the Bearcats, it just creates some flexibility. So, again, for Hendersonville around the outfield, you got Chaz Johnson left, Will Bolyard in center, and Rutledge Pace in right. Elkins, Burlett, Castillo, and Holsey across the diamond. Faulkner behind the plate, and Tweed delivering the first pitch. And is up and away to Henry Love. Again, Henry Love leading off, followed by Hill, Sumner, Osborne, Gosnell, Lighton, Lowry, Shipman, and Emery. Henry Love's a good little athlete, known him since he's in middle school. Still, again, young sophomores, the guys keep moving heavy things, get bigger, but creates stability in center field. Kid can fly out there. I like him on the bump. Seen him pitch last week. Needs someone to help him with refinement a little bit, but he's got some funk, and if he can get in the zone consistently, he'll be a weapon for Coach Noble this year in East Henderson. 2-1 count. Again, that front toe touching the chalk line of that batter's box. Swinging a pop-up foul behind us here. Even the count up. 2-2. Again, Hendersonville playing their home games this year at the old, what's the name of that park again? I always forget.
Berkeley Mills.
Not Berkeley.
Oh, Green Meadows.
They're at Green Meadows again this year. So a year away from Berkeley as they rebuild it and do the updates. About a 58-footer there from Tweed. So they're back at Green Meadows. Green Meadows?
Green Meadows.
Green Meadows. In fact, I found this the other day digging up some information. Back in 2007, there was a proposal in town to bring a Coastal Plains League team to Green Meadows, dump some money into the field, rebuild it into a stadium, and make it an attractive spot for baseball, but didn't come to fruition. It looks like they're trying to do that now at Berkeley. So strike three looking. That's a strike three brought to you by Burlett Painting, painting the corners of Burlett. So one out here. I'll bring Tyler Hill, another lefty to the plate. Tyler's a good ball player. He's in his senior season. Playing second base this evening. And again, this is where East Henderson is going to have to prove themselves this year, is where are they going to find some runs? How are they going to develop offense? How are they going to manufacture and get those runs across? Tweed off to a good start here. Rocks, fires. And you can see tall slot stays down in the zone. You know, it's boring through a couple different planes. So, again, that's more important to me than the overall velocity at this point, is looking for those different the different movements, the different planes it's breaking. Spikes one there. So evens up 2-2. Two count? 1-2. Never mind. Hunter's correct scoreboard out there's wrong.
Don't doubt me.
Nice piece of pitching right there. There's that tough curveball we talked about. You can see Hill started his swing thinking it was going to be at the top of the zone and then threw the barrel at just to get a piece and foul it off. I say you go to that pitch one more time here. Go the same pitch. Go ahead and bury it a little more. I was going to say that would have been the next pitch. I want to go curveball one more time. If you didn't go, then go right back to that fastball at top of the zone. 4 strike, but I say fill it up like keys to the game until they prove they can hit. Just put it out there, see what they can do with it. So again, not the sequence I would have done. Good pitches, but I think they would have been more effective in a backward sequence right there. So full count now. All low. First base runner of the day for the Eagles. Tyler Hill heads on down with the base on balls. Bring Tristan Sumner to the plate. Tristan, more known for his sidewind pitching, but he can swing a little bit, and that's why he finds himself in the 3-hole here. Again, when Jake Harvey and Cole Holbrook return from basketball, I think that's going to help a lot on the offensive side. And East Henderson's got one of the better basketball teams in the region, so they're missing a few of their athletes this evening. Nice curveball there by Tweed, strike 1. Say a ground ball would be good here. We'll see if the runners go at all. Test Faulkner. Oh, there's one in the back. So HBP. And that'll be first and second. And this is where East Henderson has to try to take advantage of the miscues the same way the Bearcats did in the top half of their inning. And that's going to bring up one of the most dangerous hitters we think we've seen in a while here in this county, especially here at East Henderson. That's James Osborne. James hit 2 home runs the other night at the Irwin game. The first one didn't sound like he got any of the barrel, and it still flew out of here. The second one, he got the barrel. So, again, high academic, trying to keep an eye on some of those higher academic ball programs out there right now. So if you need power, if you need a good right-handed bat, here's a first third baseman for you to consider. Chance for him to put his name on the fresh start of this season here with the big swing. Good pitch by Tweed. May have missed his spot, but Faulkner was able to get enough of it to show it was over the plate. Get around it enough. Again, want to thank Bloom Patch Farms for sponsoring our first inning. I don't know how she's growing flowers in this weather. Swing right back into the netting. So 1-2 falls behind here. So big pitch coming up here for Tweed.
She sent some beautiful photos earlier, though. Sad we couldn't get those up on the broadcast, but hopefully if we go to work this weekend, we'll get some commercials produced for all of our inning sponsors.
Yep, I say it. This season snuck up on us, but try to get those commercial spots. And oh, just swinging a drive to right center field. That ball is down. Late start at second base by Hill. Oh, boy, he's got Sumner right behind him here. They're going to try to score both. There's one. Sumner's dead in the water, though. Faulkner running him back to the bag. One toss, and he's done. So this game is tied. It's going to be a single for James. He gets the second on the throw. RBI. Very late break by Hill. He should have known that ball was getting down. So I guess technically Sumner is out as 8-4-2-5. We're going to say 8-6 or 8, or is the first baseman cut in the middle? Or is the throw come all the way in? There's no cut. So it's 8-2-5, I think. All right, so 8-2-5. Sumner's down at third. Osborne out there second, brings Garrett Gosnell up, a great left-handed pitcher. He's trying to get his swing on here. There's a drive to right field. That ball is going to hook foul. So it falls behind. Or does it count 1-1?
Okay. 1-1.
So 2 outs here. Score tied 1-1. A big pitch coming here again. Trying to limit the damage, keep it a 1-1 score. There's that curveball. Gosnell doesn't like it. So he might have crossed. No, I think it's a little low. Gosnell didn't like it, but I'll tell you, that's a good pitch by Tweed. It's that up and down curveball. I'd bring that fastball now right on that EH. Swing, that's going to be a drive on the side. It's a nice play by the second baseman, Castillo. He's able to get over to first base for the out. Saves a run. Excellent Gold Glove play, and that allows us to talk about the BH Granning glove work. Again, thank you, BH Granning Landscaping, for your sponsorship. Every time you see a nice play out there, that's some nice BH Granning glove work. 1-1, heading into the top of the second. Hunter's going to slide me that card here. What do we got? Second inning sponsor. Brand new one for you this year, Comfort Keepers. Again, Comfort Keepers specializes in comforting solutions for in-home senior care. Nothing is more important than helping people to live full, independent, and dignified lives within the comfort of their own homes. Comfort Keepers offers an extensive range of non-medical care services tailored to the unique needs of each individual we serve, serving Buncombe and Henderson counties, and also hiring for part-time positions. We need flexible people available for AM and PM shifts in the Asheville and Hendersonville area. So if you're interested, contact them today at 828-687-1199 or asheville@comfortkeepers.com. Really glad to get them on board. I think it's such an under-talked about thing of, how we treat our elders in this country. And man, I'll tell you, I know I'm going to be a stubborn old person. You ain't getting me out of my house, so you're going to need someone like Comfort Keepers to keep me in my home. And I think that's so important, especially when I saw my grandparents get older in age, and they've passed now. But we had some in-home care down in Florida for my grandma and grandpa, and it was just the most amazing thing to see them still living their lives with just a little additional help. So again, Comfort Keepers, we appreciate your sponsorship this year. And for anybody out there that's looking for a job, they need some help. All right, heading into the top of the second here. We're at the bottom of the lineup now. It's going to be Rutledge Pace, Chaz Johnson, and then back to the top with David Castillo. All right, 1-1 game. Sloppy first inning for both sides. We'll see if they can clean it up a little bit here as we head into the second. Rutledge is got a twin on this team, I believe. So, again, it's Rutledge Pace and Bale Pace. I believe they are twins, brothers, and they just started playing baseball again this year after a little bit of a hiatus. So I know the Bearcats are glad to add some depth, especially with Rutledge being a left-handed pitcher. Was this the young man you saw pitch on Wednesday? You said a lefty came in? Or was it Chaz Johnson, bigger guy?
Might have been him.
Okay. Say Chaz also pitched. He's strong, big, stocky kid.
Was it number 1? Maybe?
That's neither of these guys. Number 1 is Brian Humans on the roster. He was the pinch runner earlier, so I'm not sure. 3-1 count. Shipman's going to miss up, so not very close on that. So ball 4, too many free passes early on. That's the 4th one surrendered by Shipman. That's going to bring the number 9 hitter, Chaz Johnson, to the plate. Chaz is a left-handed thrower, right-handed swinger. Not a bad time for a bunt right here, trying to turn the lineup over. Ooh. Misses just outside there, ball 1. Again, hopefully the broadcast is sounding good to you folks out there. Feel free to comment on the live stream. I'm not sure if Hunter and I are going to have time to check it as much as we get to learn the new software programming. Shipman delivers, runner goes. Here's a throw down by Justice that's going to go wide. It's out in the center field. However, it took Pace a second to find the ball. He will not advance, so stolen base, no error on the play. And that is another chance to introduce a sponsor of ours, someone you're familiar with. They've been sponsors for all 3 years of the broadcast. That is Solutions, and they are our stolen base sponsor. And the reason we decided to put them on the stolen bases is, just like he's hauling solutions, we had Rutledge Pace out there hauling tail to get to second base. So Hauling Solutions is bringing you all our stolen bases this year. That's Andrew Casario working hard in Henderson County. A lot of work for him after the hurricane too, so busy man. All right, nobody out here. Chaz Johnson at the plate. He's going to bounce one. Nice block up there by Justice. That's going to be ball 4. So 2 walks here to start the inning. Oh, never mind. A little premature there. 3-1 count. My bad. We'll see how this shakes out. I'll tell you what, the 3-1 count, man, on second, we better be showing bunt here, especially with top of the lineup coming up. And again, come on, play some smart baseball, guys. Put a bunt down. No bunt, swing and a miss, 3-2. So no opportunity for the bunt now. Chaz Johnson's going to have to fight hard, stay behind one here. Try to hit the ball the right side of the field. Ball high. There's his ball 4. So didn't have to make an amendment yet in the scorecard. First and second. 5 walks for Shipman. Timeout. Coach Noble going to walk out to the mound, and that's a good time to introduce our mound visit sponsor as Ion Outdoors. You might remember Ion Outdoors from last year. They sponsored our power rankings and picked up a lot of games down there in the Gaston, Cleveland area. We appreciate Ion Outdoors. They work really hard to create beautiful pools and outdoor, what do you call that, grayscaping or
Hardscaping.
Hardscaping, but patios and outdoor kitchens. I've been on their Instagram and woof. If you got the means to get yourself a nice outdoor pool, call Ion Outdoors. Because again, if you're taking a mound visit, it's a nice little break. You can go take a break next to that pool of yours. What do you think you're telling your crew if you're Coach Noble?
Settle down.
Throw strikes.
On the zone.
Again, thank you to our second inning sponsor, Comfort Keepers. Appreciate the heck out of them. The gentleman that I connected with over there, his son plays at TC Robertson. So that's how we got the connection there. Worked with him this past fall with his college recruiting. Back to the top of the lineup. Castillo squares. The runners are going to go. And that ball's going to sail wide and scoot out into left field. Pace is going to score. So I guess we got to call it an E2. So stolen base at third. E2 is what allows him to score from home. Chaz Johnson will give him that stolen base. He does not advance to third on the wide throw. So Rutledge Pace scores the second run of the game. It's 2-1, and there's still runners out there. Tough one to block up there. That's going to bounce into the almost into the Hendersonville dugout. So wild pitch allows Chaz Johnson to move over to third base. Hendersonville is still threatening here. Shipman's having a little trouble finding the zone here. Going from the windup with a runner on third. And this is just one of those situations in the past where these teams, if they struggle a little bit, you don't want to let the errors compound. You got to remember to breathe. Don't let the game speed up on you. So 2-1 count here to Castillo. With him going from the windup, I wouldn't be opposed to maybe doing a safety squeeze and just get yourself a really good secondary. Can't do it now. 2 strikes. Castillo in his junior year playing second base. Calls time. Still nobody out. Ball behind him on that one, and that is ball 3. Full count. And I don't have an eye on the East Henderson bullpen, so I couldn't tell you if anybody's warming up. Swing and a foul back into the netting. Concession stands open tonight here at the Eagles Park. So if you're listening, still plenty of ball game. Come on down, grab a hot dog, come support your home team. Or if you're in Hendersonville, it's not much of a drive either. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Shipman. There's one down. Bring Will Boyard back up to the plate for a second time. Grounded out to the pitcher. On a comebacker his first time up. Out center field. Again, good athlete. Runs a sub-7. Throws in the low 8s on the bump. Bouncy athlete. Had some college opportunities in front of him earlier in the fall. Waited a little too long. Seen a couple go by as he's trying to figure out if he wants to go to school, wants to go to the military. Big fan of his. I think he can play. I know we've looked up into that Western PA, West Virginia areas. He's got some family up there. We were looking at Waynesburg, Geneva, a couple of those schools are still technically mountain foothills. 1-1 count here to Bolyard. Square stance. Takes a strike there on the outside corner. Big deep breath. Reminiscent of the Mike Trout deep breath before getting back into the box. High elbow in the stance. Everything is square. Square hips. Legs are squared. Here we go. Ball up. Gotta remember to bring the barrel down on that one. Hunter, any good college upsets beyond, I know you and I were talking about Queens and South Carolina a little bit today.
I mean, South Carolina's got upset by about everyone, it seems like.
Swing and a miss. Chase the high cheddar there. So after 2 walks to lead off the inning, 2 Ks to follow.
South Carolina lost to the Queens. They lost to the North. They lost to the United States Army. And they've got a couple other weird mascots on their schedule. So Pulmonary might be gone after this year.
Now, do you enjoy that as a Georgia fan?
Oh, I love it.
Swing and a miss by Burlett, chasing first pitch. Any other upsets? I've been busy. You've been busy. We've been trying to get
I
this
haven't got to
going.
watch a lot recently, and because Georgia's not playing a very tough strength of schedule, it's not really in my prerogative at the moment.
Swing and a skyscraper back behind shortstop. Lowry back. Can't find it. That ball's going to drop. So Burlett is going to reach on an error. E6 drops the pop-up out there. So no RBI, but the run's going to count 3-1. Hunter's keeping track of his new score bug today. He's got 5 errors listed for the Eagles so far. Woo! Still only 1 hit in the game. So Shipman got the pitch he needed. You see that a lot in the mountains. I ain't gonna lie. Early season, the ball goes up into the clouds, into the lights. Burlett goes early, gets a good jump. Throw goes down. That ball's gonna bounce up in front of the bag and pop up in the glove of Lowry. It's gonna be a stolen base for Aiden Burlett. It's his second of the game.
There you go. That's better.
Hauling Solutions bringing you that stolen base again. Haul and tail out there is Aiden Burlett.
Hauling rock, dirt, gravel, topsoil, everything you need.
Mulch. I need mulch. Casario, bring me some mulch.
I need a new driveway. He came and quoted it. We just haven't set up a time for him to fix it.
FEMA money.
FEMA money.
Ball forward to Hulsey. So K and a walk for Hulsey today. 6 walks in the game for Shipman. Pitch count's got to be climbing here, especially early on. See who's second up today for the Eagles. Might see someone like James Osborne or Tyler Lowry coming next. It's going to bring the pitcher up. Jack Tweed trying to help himself, see if he can increase his own lead. He's got 3-1 lead right now. Takes one at the top of the zone there for a strike. Always love out here in East Henderson. You got a lot of the dads and families that pull their trucks up to the outfield out there in right center field, and watch the game from the stands. Swing and a miss. Big swing, too. Got to shorten up a little bit, boys. Cold night. Quick hand, short to the ball. So Shipman trying to strike out the side here in the midst of this free pass mess. Tweed takes the ball high. Ooh, misses just inside. Justice thought he had it. Hopped up a little early. Maybe hold that pitch a little longer, young man. See if he can get the call next time. Tweed will be followed by the catcher, Faulkner, if they can extend this inning. Ball at the top of the zone, but oof, man. Nice little stick there by Justice. And, you know, when Tweed stepped away, it's right at his belly. It just depends on how tall the zone is per the umpire. That ball's high. That's ball 4. Throw goes down either way. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 walks through 2 innings. Ball just outside. Shipman's got to find this zone here and help his team. Ball low. So Shipman's getting a little visually frustrated out there. And this looks like he's moving too quickly now. Just getting and going, and he's not really breathing and creating a pace now. It looks like it's a little hasteful at the moment. So miss up, ball 4. And that is an RBI walk for Faulkner. He's going to score Burlett. So everybody moves up 1. Got some pinch runners out there for your pitchers and catchers. Noble's going to come take the ball from Shipman after 8 walks. Looks like James Osborne's getting the ball, and this mound visit is brought to you by Ion Outdoors. And a pitching change. Well, our score as it holds right now is 4-1. Hendersonville's got 4 runs on 0 hits, and they have not committed any errors. The Eagles have 1 run with 1 hit and 5 errors. Good time to talk about the Patreon. If you're out there listening and you have not joined the Patreon, well, what are you waiting for? This is by far the best coverage and content of Western North Carolina baseball available. Visit our Patreon at patreon.com/BB University WNC. Here you're going to find conference previews, preseason and playoff predictions, power rankings, player of the week, podcasts, highlight films, and much more. Memberships start at just $1, and all that money raised stays right here in WNC supporting Mountain Baseball.
Well, anyone hit the jar?
I don't know. We got a jar behind us. We got some stickers. We're taking donations. It's community-funded baseball, so got some vinyl stickers here for anybody who wants to drop $1 in and take one. But as far as the Patreon goes, you ain't going to find anything better as far as Western North Carolina baseball coverage than our Patreon. Got our conference previews up there right now for 7 out of the 10 conferences we're covering. We're working on a 2027 prospect watch list. Hunter wants to do a podcast sometime this weekend to kind of do basically a preview of the season, talk about these previews. But yeah, we are trying to bring the focus back to high school, Legion, community-driven baseball. If you've been paying attention the last 2-3 decades, the cost of baseball has been rising and rising and rising. You got families paying thousands of dollars each year to go to Atlanta and do hotels, and got to eat on the road, and then you got recruiting programs out there that cost in the upwards of $10,000. It's just too much. So part of trying to fill that gap a little bit is running the broadcast. We spent hours marketing to hundreds of college coaches before each broadcast, trying to be specific on players they should watch. It gives them a chance to tune in and watch live, or these players can take that link and send it to the coaches that they're being recruited by, pull their clips. It's just another tool. And again, we have good connections and we're good communicators. That ball is a country mile in the air. Looks like it's going to stay fair. It's going to land fair. A Bermuda Triangle. It's going to drop in. Couldn't see it. Got a dugout in front of me. Hunter, what'd you see on that replay?
I mean, if that ball goes up, it's an error.
It's an error?
Yeah.
Who caught it? Or who was near it? I guess we'll say probably the shortstop. All right. So Halsey scores. Tweeds or the pinch runner, Yeomans is in the score. Fitzgerald's at third. Elkins at first. I think we're caught up. Now Rutledge Pace is back up again. We're still in the second inning. We batted around. So Rutledge Pace in right field this evening. Trying to keep this rally going. Nice block up there. But, oh, that ball's going to skip away for a minute. So Elkins will move up on the wild pitch. So second and third.
2-0. Excuse me.
So 2-0 count. Pace trying to keep this inning rolling. Swing and a miss. Again, James Osborne in the pitch. Delivers. Swing and a miss. And Osborne known more for his power hitting, but he's going to be a useful arm for the Eagles this year. He looked decent in the Irwin scrimmage the other day. Comes out here, gets a pop-up. It's dropped. Ahead here on Pace.
Pull the replay on that last one. It was in that no man's land triangle down there, so take your pick.
Is anybody near it?
Right in the triangle. I'll show you.
Ball low. It's ball 4. So watching the replay here, trying to figure out how to score this. I guess we got to give him a single on that one. So I want to change that up real quick. So Elkins gets a single. I guess technically he's going to get 2 ribbies on that.
And that breaks a no-hitter then.
Yep. Now Chaz Johnson, number 9 hitter. Blocked up by Justice. Again, the final line on Shipman was an inning and 2/3. I'll have to go back and count it up. Strike on the corner, the bottom of the zone. So 1-2 count. So James Osborne trying to stop the bleeding here in the top of the second. This ball is out in front of the plate. Looked like it hit him, but they're going to play it. He's out. It'll be 2-1 or 2-3.
That's a foul ball. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought he hit it off himself, but hey, gets him out of the inning. All right, so let me tally up the final here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 walks. 1, 2, 3, 4 Ks. 1, 2, 3, 4 runs.
4 runs
right.
on.
Yeah, I was say 4 runs. I'm trying to figure out how many are earned.
5
but
runs? 5 runs.
In this inning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs. Yep.
5 runs on 1 hit, 2 hits? I got 1 hit.
1 hit. Yep. So 6 runs total given up by Shipman. I'll go back and figure out the unearned, but
Well, thanks
Hunter's
to the
got
following
something for you.
businesses for their way team sponsors, supporting time put towards marketing this game to college coaches pregame and editing and posting highlights for the Hendersonville Bearcat prospects with recruiting and scouting content on social media. I want to thank Hendersonville Magazine for being our away team sponsor tonight. Ryan put in a lot of time sending this over to 100 college coaches tonight, being the first one and getting it out there. So big thank you to Hendersonville Magazine. I think it is Mr. Holsey.
Yeah.
Holsey Media runs Hendersonville Magazine, a couple other things around here. So I was checking that out today. We should try to get into that.
All right. Trying to fix my mic, sorry. All right, we're good. Well, what are we at? 5-1.
I don't want.
Bottom of the second.
Wow.
6-1.
6-1, bottom of the second.
6-1, bottom of the second. Jack Tweed's got a nice little lead to work with here, so he can probably just focus on filling up the zone.
Yeah, one hit aside. The story's been errors on the Eagles defensively. Hendersonville's capitalizing.
Bottom of the zone, ball. So 1-1 count here. This is Dakota Lighton, DHing for the catcher, Trey Justice. So again, it was a long inning. So Tweed's got to come back out and get warm again. He looks pretty dang warm. The best thing they could do after that very sloppy inning and a half is get a 1-2-3 and try to create some momentum in this game. Tweed way ahead here, 1-2. Just keep going with your heat, kid. Hop up. It's going to go into the parking lot over there. Hope he misses our cars.
Hope that wasn't a Jeep.
So Hendersonville's got to get some base runners here, get some things going. They did score one in the first inning. There's a couple walks, and then James Osborne with an RBI. There it is. Caught him looking. So, again, that strikeout is brought to you by Burlett Painting. Painting the corners with Burlett. One out and bring Tyler Lowry to play. And again, if he can get that fastball, that four-seam rising, and get that curveball working, he's going to be tough to beat today, especially with a 6-1 lead. Yeah, I think Tweed will be one of the more desirable right-handed arms in the recruiting market coming out of this area. Again, what does that mean nowadays? Well, kids, you better been paying attention because college baseball is a lot different now. If you think you're D1 out of high school, you might want to have another look because there's nothing but 23 and 22, 23, 24-year-olds waiting up there for you. And
some 26-year-olds maybe.
Yep, a lot of guys got to start through the JUCO ranks, D3. And D3 and JUCO is better than it's ever been, too, so don't think you're going to just walk in. Nice take there by Lowry. See Lowry at shortstop today, having a little bit of tough luck out there. But they're gonna need him in the middle. So as the season goes on, we'll hope to see a little bit sharper defense from the Eagles. Say Tweed resets himself. He's got a nice little routine, gets to the back of that mound, steps up to the bump, gets his sign and rolls. Ball low, ball four, so a K and a walk. Tyler Lowry's on. We'll bring up Tyler Shipman. So Shipman is your starting pitcher today. Struggle a little bit with command. We'll see if he can help out on the offensive side here. So Tweed working with a runner on first now. I'm set. Delivers. Goes to the curveball. Ball out. Not a bad first pitch to show, but remember, you're at the bottom of the lineup here, and you're up by 5. I'd be just pounding that zone with that fastball. Like I said, keys to the game until they prove they can hit you. Fill it up. See Lowry over there looking at third base coach trying to figure out his signs. Woo! Kind of excuse me swing. They appeal to the field umpire and say no swing. Any specialties out of the East Henderson concession stand that you know of? No? I know
No.
Justin King's really proud of his concession stand at North now. Got like fried bologna sandwiches and walking tacos. And runner goes. Swing and a miss. Ooh, that might be obstruction.
That's what.
Oh, River Faulkner made his case, but the umpire said no. I was going to say Shipman came across the plate on that. So, hey, it's going to be a stolen base in the book for Lowry. 2-1 count. Delivers. Ball outside. Number 9 hitter Colton Emery on deck. Save for Tweed here again. No free passes. Go after these hitters. Castillo holding the runner close at second. Swing and a foul tip. So Shipman loses his legs a little bit in that swing. Stay in that foundation a little longer. Again, tough outing for Shipman. Look good in that Irwin scrimmage. There's some stuff there. Just got to fill that zone up a little bit more. You can establish that fastball. That's when you can start bringing out the off-speed toys. Ground ball, big old chopper. Lowry holds there. Throw across by Burlett. That's going to be one away. Nice job there by Burlett to keep that runner at bay. 2 down. 9 hitter Colton Emery to the plate. Colton's good runner. Ran like a 6'8". I want to say 6'7" at the Bob Lewis Scout Day. Closed stance. Actually looks like that toe might even be touching the dang plate there. But swing and a foul back.
Ball scuffed.
Give it back to your pitcher. There you go. See what sort of beautiful scuff mark you can play with. Might be able to throw a hammer curveball on this next one. Look at that left toe. Look at this batter. Colton, look at it. Look at him. He's touching the plate. Now, you do know if you touch the plate during an at-bat, what's the result?
You're out.
Automatic out.
17.5 inches. And he can't keep his foot off of it.
I can't tell from here. It's about as close as you can get, though. It looks like his left butt cheek's hanging out over the plate. Nice curveball there by Tweed. I think right after that one, you just spin your four-seamer right up under his elbows there.
Back him off
on the white. No, on the white. Because with him that close and that close, he ain't going to touch it. And if he does, it's going to be something like that. Just a little bit of bat on it. So Emery's a speedster. Put the ball on the ground is going to give your team the best chance to take advantage of that speed, because put the ball on the ground, they got to catch it, they got to throw it, and somebody else got to catch it. You know, pop-ups, that don't help nobody. Somebody just got to catch it. 1-2 delivery. Swing and a foul tip. Nice job to stay alive. Battle.
Battling.
Again, these two play each other every year twice. I think Henderson County actually makes all the Henderson County teams play each other twice, even if they're out of conference. Swing and a miss. So 2 Ks in for Tweed, and that's a scoreless inning. First scoreless half inning we've seen. Heading into the top of the third, it's going to be the top of the lineup. It's going to be David Castillo, Will Bulliard, and Aiden Burlett.
Well, I want to thank our third inning sponsor, American Legion Post 70. American Legion is a proud sponsor of Baseball University of the Blue Ridge, and we're here to remind you that Legion is back, and our best players in Western North Carolina should be planning to try out in early April for junior and senior Legion. Post 70 is also looking for new members, so if you're a veteran, consider coming out to Post 70 in Asheville. Junior Legion head coach
Taylor Noble. He's going to be the head coach of the first Junior Legion team that I think they've had in a while, maybe ever. We'll be playing home games at West Henderson again, I believe. Junior might be playing here. I know Jackie's Field probably can't take 2 teams in the summer. Legion baseball, guys, if you weren't paying attention last year, you missed a magical run all the way to Shelby. And if you're a veteran out there and you're not part of the American Legion, please think about joining. They do a lot of beautiful charity work. Guy Fisk, Jesse Rochester, those gentlemen over there have been very helpful for us the last 2 years, and we're trying to be helpful to them and get ready to do a broadcast for Legion this summer. Might try to do a little bit different this year. We raised money through our own sponsors last year. I think this year for Legion, we're going to try to raise all the sponsorships through Legion, so the money goes directly to Legion, and then Legion will hire us to do their broadcast, and that way we can help Legion make more money. Because with that money, they do charity. So again, thank you, American Legion Post 70. James Osborne back out. He closed up last inning. Got the final third of an out. They faced 3 batters in that inning. There's the pop-up single by Elkins that scored 2 RBIs. Rutledge, he walked him, and then he got the ground out to Johnson. So now we're here at the top of the third, and we got Castillo up again. Castillo, technically 0 for 2, reached on air and scored a run in the first, struck out in the second. And Osborne, the lone RBI for East Henderson. He had a hard single back in the first. That ball's in no man's land. That's going to be a pop single for Castillo. He's going to keep going. They throw to second, and now we got ourselves a rundown. A little bit of a pickle. Lowry's going to run him down all by himself. So, in the books, it'll be a single. And then it is, I believe it was 9-6 on the putout. So, 1 out.
What an interesting box score we'll have tonight.
This is where we were talking last year. Maybe we need to get a dang game changer just to calculate, tabulate everything, but kind of old school, you know, like trying to write it all down.
That's why I made this, so I can keep track of all the multiple graphics that involve scoring with our inning score bug, our short form, and our in-game score bug.
I mean, you should have seen all the stuff me and Hunter had to do to get ready. I mean, we bought reels and we were reeling up all the Ethernet. You know, if you were here today, you'd see it's inconspicuous. You can't quite see it unless you look, but there's wires running everywhere to 4 cameras. And thank you to our sponsors. We got, you know, drop cord mats to put on top of them and bungees to tie everything in and sandbags to keep the camera tripods in place. And that's the upgrade this year is quality. 1090 is, I think, what we're broadcasting in. Where last year we had to fight all the Wi-Fi. And you think, you know, you turn on the Wi-Fi with the Starlink last year and everything is Wi-Fi. And everybody in the stands has a Wi-Fi phone. You can just imagine all the cross links. Hard line drive by Boyard, and that's a flash of what he can do. Quick hands, hard barrel right there. Unfortunately, Castillo's not on base anymore, so it'll be just a runner on first. Bring Aiden Burlett up. Say Aiden right now is 0 for 1. He's reached on an error and walked. Runner goes. Bolyard is going to take that without a throw. Bolyard's a pretty quick ball player. I want to say he ran like a 6'9" something for us at Bob Lewis Scout Day. Bouncy ball player. Quick twitch muscle. Again, he's uncommitted. Great JUCO product. Might be interested in the military. Wait a little too long in a couple schools in the fall, but he's, you know, there's schools out there still need ball players. This would be one to watch. Again, he's out there at second base. Osborne delivers. That ball is going to scoot by, hit the concrete, and bounce back out towards fair territory. It'll be a wild pitch. So now, just like that, Will Bolyard is at third base. RBI chance for Aiden Burlett. Got over the fence power. Strong ball player. Ground ball short here. This will get it done. RBI ground out. So gets the job done by keeping the ball in the middle of the field, and that makes the score 7-1. 2 outs. I'll bring Charles Holtz to the plate. Nobody on. So 1 earned run allowed. Technically might be unearned since that runner got to third on the wild pitch, but then we looked that up last year. If you're the one that throws the wild pitch, it still counts. So I think it is an earned run. Again, Charles Holsey, interested in studying business, looking for a place to play. Said he's open to leaving the region. He knows it's slim pickings right now. Some good power potential in the young man. Getting his first real shot this year as a senior. Osborne delivers. Woo, foul ball into the netting. Scared some folks over there.
Brand new netting, I think.
Looks good.
They either brand new or they cleaned it. All the mossy whatever.
Right.
Dad had a name for it the other day, but don't ask me what it's called.
Lichtens or
Lichen,
something? There you
yeah.
go.
Like on a boat.
Osborne, 2-strike delivery. He's going to bounce it. 2-2 count. Two-two. Oh, it was a hard ground ball to the second baseman, Hill. He's going to toss it over to Sumner and has the third out. It's going to bring up the bottom of the third. See, he scored 1 run there.
One run on 2 hits, I think. And 1 left on base.
Yep.
Making it 7-1, heading into the middle of the third. Want to thank our in-game sponsors. Thank you again to our in-game sponsors, On Outdoors, Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance, Granning Landscapes Incorporated, Hauling Solutions and Grading, Burlett Painting, CamWood Bats, and Next Level Baseball North Carolina. Appreciate these guys for being our in-game sponsors. Got a little what Ryan calls a bingo card right here. Anytime something happens, we throw it out at them. So we want to thank them in the middle of the third, middle of the sixth. If, there might not be as much glove work out there tonight, but we're still thanking BH Grannon for sponsoring us,
Absolutely.
even though the glove work's been a little spotty.
Nice play by Castillo there and the one diving play to end the inning, but you're right. What was it, 5 errors for the – or 5 errors for the Eagles, I believe. The Eagles coming up. They're going to be bringing top of the line. We got Henry Love, Tyler Hill, and Tristan Sumner coming to the plate. See if they can put up a crooked number to catch up a little bit here. It's 7-1 as we head into the bottom of the third. I think I will wander out with the radar gun here in a little bit. Hand it off to Hunter for a second.
I'm checking out some of these
Replays?
Some of these replays. Maybe I don't need to do 90 seconds, but
You watching the chat at all on the
yeah, some guy named Chris Cook
oh, my dad?
watching from Landry. I wonder who that is. Yeah, but head to the bottom third here.
Getting some feedback.
Yeah, what are people saying?
Says live feed looks good.
Stream sees healthy.
My dad says, just FYI, your audio and visual are not synced up. We can hear the ball get hit well before the swing. Otherwise, sounds good. Interesting. Huh?
I have to look into that. We had issues with that last year, I believe.
All right, here we got Gosnell. This is going to square. No, it's Love, sorry. So Henry Love trying to switch things up a little bit here. See if he can put the bunt down. He does have speed.
Apologize for audio issues. We're all on USB-C mics plugged into the laptop, so that's what we're looking at, the analog mics versus the whatever mics.
Is that something where if we buy something to plug in instead?
Maybe into the jack, right? Headphone jack.
Well,
We
do some searching on that later.
It's another thing sponsored for.
Ball in the dirt.
I'm not sure if it automatically catches up if it gets too far out or what, but
1-1 count. Say Tweed been cruising here. Last inning, he's seen 4 batters, struck out 2. So I'm giving up the 1 run. Ball could be trouble. It's down the foul side, and it's going to drop foul. All right, I want to go out and get a little bit of radar, so have fun.
he's just going to leave me hanging. He's not going to take the mic with him. One, two to Love. He checked it, but he did not call it a swing. Evens the count. Got a good view of it right here, sitting above the home dugout on deck. Ground ball, high hopper to short. Steps, guns, throws, and pulls him off the bag. Wide throw, hits the back of the fencing over there. I don't know if he's going to want to call that an E6, but
E6.
that's what I'd call it. That throw was pulling him off. The first for the Bearcats.
So Henry Love reaches on an E6, but speed kills. Put the pressure on with the legs. Bring Tyler Hill up. I know it's 7-1. Still not a bad time for a bunt just to make things roll, you know.
I'd get some going. Especially first holding them on.
Runner takes off. There's a throw down by Faulkner. Good jump by Love.
That's a Hauling Solutions and grading stolen base.
Henry Love hauling tail, just like Andrew Casoria's
Casoria.
hauling solutions.
Hauling a lot of stuff.
Tyler Hill, try to see if he can spark a little rally here for the Eagles. Strike on the outside corner. Mid-high 7s on the fastball. I know he can dial it up a little more. It's chilly. We'll get back out there and get a couple more readings later. Again, I don't salivate over velo. I've seen way too many people throwing 95 ball 4s where there's some guys here in high school baseball that are high 8s or high 7s, low 8s that are just filling it up, and they know how to pitch. And then there's some that are just blessed and they have both, like Zach Westrup at Pisgah, who he can fill it up, and then he's got the 90-mile-per-hour fastball now. So he knew how to do one before the other, though, and I think that's important for y'all to think of. Fast out of the box by Hill. We're going to give him a single on that for sure. By the time Burlett looked up, he knew he didn't have a shot, so his goal was just to keep Henry Love at second base. So that's a baseball IQ play there by Burlett. I like that. Keeps the double play alive here. I'll bring Tristan Sumner up. Say if the score stays 7-1, we probably won't see Sumner. If they can get a little closer and sneak back into it, we might see him this evening. He throws pretty dang hard. But right now, he needs to hit pretty hard. The Eagles need a base runner, or they need to score a base runner. We got James Osborne on deck, so Sumner can find a way on base here. Maybe get all ducks on the pond here for your best hitter. Nice block up by Faulkner there, sliding outside to that left-handed hitter's batter's box to get around that baseball. Some good glove work there, some BH Granning glove work there by River Faulkner. Should try to find a block work company for
masonry.
Masonry for block work.
get dad's block work, whatever do he works.
Still crazy he's doing it. Your dad could probably like squat like 400 pounds or something.
Used to. He used to squat a lot at the Y and then had to have hernia surgery.
Tweed delivers. Hot fly in the middle of the field is going to disappear into the black of the night. We'll see if center fielder finds it. And he does. Holy cow. He comes all the way into Aiden Sumner's position to make the play.
Well, would you?
That's some BH Granning glove work right there.
Well, what would be the ruling there? Would you call that infield fly based on where it's at?
Possibly. That's up to
I heard that in the crowd, and I was thinking, well, I mean
Will Bolliard all the way into the lip to make the play.
Great BH Granning Landscapes Incorporated. We talked about the bad glove work, and we flipped it 2 plays, 2 amazing glove works.
Oh, we need some barrel work here. James Osborne he's got the lone RBI, hit the ball real hard there in the first inning. Runner takes off, bounces the throw. He slides under the tag, though. So both runners move up on the, is that pass ball or wild pitch?
Yeah, it was in dirt.
So we'll call that a wild pitch. Allows the runners to move up. Henry Love gets under the tag, so second and third now for the Eagles' best overall hitter, James Osborne. It's chilly, but there's no wind right now. That flag is limp in center field. James Osborne just flicks him out in BP like it's nothing. Hit 2 home runs last week against Irwin. This is the Eagles' best chance right now to get back in this game here while it's still early. Good take. Ball outside. It's going to make it
3-1.
I guess let's see out here.
3-1.
I see 3-0. So maybe that is just it's 3-0. I give him the green light. I'm sorry. If it's there, I'm swinging. It's my best hitter. 3-1.
3-1. I was 1 ball ahead. Let us know how the audio is going, guys, in the chat, please, so we can see if that's called up or not.
It's ball high. James Osborne is going to head on down to first base with the walk. Base is loaded for Garrett Gosnell. Coach Five Ash going to come out to talk to his pitcher for a second, so it's a good time for the Ion Sports mound visit. Again, thank you to Ion Outdoors. Sorry, thank you to Ion Outdoors for sponsoring every mound visit. Because everybody just needs a break sometimes. Well, if you need that break, Ion Outdoors is going to probably make you a nice pool or whatever outdoor patio you need. So good time to talk about our social media spot.
Stay connected on social media with Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Like and subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/@BBUniversityWNC. Like us on Facebook at Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Follow us on X and Instagram at BBUniversityWNC. And check out the website at baseballu.org. Ryan posted on YouTube for the first time today.
Well, I guess posted.
Not a video, but social media post.
Posted. I didn't know you could do that, so hopefully I got some more viewership. We'll see. So Garrett Gosnell ground out second base to end the first inning. I think that was the nice diving play by David Castillo. Need a hit here. Tweed having a little trouble with the zone. A couple wild pitches and a walk in this inning. There it is. Again, that was one of the keys to the game, is just put it there until they do something with it. Rock and fire. Ball low. 2-1 count. Going from the windup, so big secondaries. Curveball is going to miss low. Nice job by Gosnell here. He's not giving in, so 3-1. Take sign, you give him a green light.
He's been kind of wild. I'd take it till 2 unless it's in your little zone, your little square right there, your sweet spot. Unless it's not yours.
There,
That was
that ball's
his.
elevated to right field. That should be deep enough to get a run in. Rutledge Pace is going to drop the ball out there. They might get a force out here at second if they're paying attention. Nope. So E9, it's going to be an RBI for Gosnell still, but E9 is going to allow everybody to move up one. Second error for Hendersonville. So again, with it being a sac fly situation, Gosnell will still be rewarded the RBI. And I think we even looked it up last year. I think you still treat it like a sac fly. You don't give him the AB, because it would have been a sac fly. So we'll figure that out in the final box score.
Yeah, reached on sac fly, I guess.
Swing and a miss. Dakota Lighten up here for a second time. Struck out in the second inning. Lead off the second inning. Some sloppy play here in Henderson County tonight. 7 errors between the two teams. And only 5 hits. Out erroring themselves. There's that big curve. It's going to bounce in the dirt, get to the backstop, and that's going to allow Hill to score. So wild pitch. Pushes another across, and everybody else moves up one. So our score is now 7-3. So slowly creeping back in. Still a lot of ball game left as we're only in the bottom of the third. Tweed delivers. Ball low.
3-2. I'm ahead again.
It's a 3-2 count here to Dakota Lighten. There's ball 4.
There's your ball 4.
It's going to load him up. So all the ducks on the pond. Tyler Lowry up for a second time. He walked and stole a base in the second. So technically, tie and run is at the plate. Just a matter of perpetuating the rally here for the Eagles. Ball up and out. So Tweed with 2 free passes in the inning. He's got 4 walks and a hit by pitch in the game. So both starting pitchers a little wild today. Ball up and in. So cold night, fingers start getting a little chilly maybe. So Tweed's going to have to try to dial it back in here. Find the zone. All out. So we are 3-1. Still only 1 out. There's a strike. On a cold night like this, a lot of errors, a lot of walks, a lot of standing around. Got to be ready for when the action does come, because when it does, you've been on your heels, there'll probably be more ease. All low. It's an RBI, ball 4. So RBI walk, it's going to score Osborne. That might be it for Tweed tonight. Let's see, 5 ashes. Making a call to the bullpen. So again, thank you to Ion Outdoors for sponsoring this mound visit. All mound visits are going to be brought to you by Ion Outdoors. They're located down in that Gaston area, Charlotte area. Pools and outdoor patios and all sorts of just beautiful outdoor scenery type stuff if you're trying to have a party or build just like a nice outdoor area for your family. Barbecues. We'll see what our next pitcher's going to be here. So day's done for Tweed. Tweed goes 2 1/3. The runners are his. So we'll see what his final score is here. So our next pitcher here is going to be Maddox Ballard. Ballard is a senior. He's going to inherit bases loaded. His runners belong to Tweed. And, yeah. All good. So, yeah, we'll try to figure out our audio as we go on here throughout the broadcast. Our next one's going to be Tuesday. We're going to be at West Henderson when they're hosting Crest. Then we got 2 games we're trying to decide on for next Friday. We'll let you know when we make a decision. If this audio seems to be an issue, then we'll have a solution by the next time. If we got to wire in to the, wire in the audio as well, then we'll wire in the audio.
It sounded fine just then. I went and kind of checked it.
Yeah.
Like when you start talking, I switched the camera angle, so
Okay.
I think it catches back up. I think there's just audio drift within USB-C mic, so it might be worth something to get some professional headsets with a
That'd be kind of cool.
microphone.
They
And
plug into something.
we need to find a analog thing. So if you're welcome to Fairground Avenue, everybody, just like the other day. But if anyone knows anyone who's like audio-visual expert like this, using software such as OBS, overlays.uno, any type of microphones within a computer that aren't USB-C, because these are really made for like the influencers out there, and they're not really made for long-form broadcasting.
Yeah.
So.
We're learning as we go. We appreciate everybody. It's a one-man show forever, and then Hunter made a 2-pony show, 2-dog trick, whatever they call it.
I don't know. Love how Beard Man brought a chair, and the chair's just sitting there, and he's over there
yapping away to people.
Probably Coach Moore.
All right, so Tyler Shipman up. Maddox Ballard, the pitcher. Swing and a miss. Again, all these runners belong to Jack Tweed. Still only 1 out.
Next investment needs to be a propane heater. Right here.
Ball up. See Maddox Ballard, a senior. Haven't seen him pitch before. Big, strong-looking kid. I bring it in the 7 somewhere. Just trying to get through the inning. They got a lead. Best thing they could do is just keep filling it up. There's a ball inside. Definitely chilly night for baseball. March 1st should be the first day of practices with games starting in mid-March. But until then, we'll have some cold February games. Nice job by Castillo coming over, but he drops the ball. It hits his glove in foul territory, so it'll be a strike. Technically, we could count that as an error, but it is what it is.
Is that an error?
Yeah, I think he came a long way. We'll say that he was a tough effort.
But is that an error in MLB?
I think so, yes. If you drop a ball, it is an error. It allows the bat to extend when it would have been an out. 2-strike delivery. Swing and a miss. So Ballard comes in and gets a K. 2 outs. I'll bring the 9-hitter Colton Emery to the plate. 1 out away from limiting the damage to 3 runs in the inning. Colton Emery. Kid can run really, really quick. He's going to be in the outfield this year. The hit tool needs to work on it. However, with that speed, bunt, put the ball on the ground, have a tough AB, right? Know your limits, work within what you got. Top of the lineup, Henry Love on deck. Delivers. There's a ground ball. Oh, and it's going to get under Burlett's glove. It's going to be an E6. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. 2 unearned runs. So E6 scores Gosnell. That scores Lighton. Where's Lowry at? Second. All right. So those 2 runs will be unearned, charged to Tweed. I'll bring the top of the lineup up and Henry Love, and they have batted around in this inning. So,
A couple of batted round innings we got.
yep, the 3rd inning. So Ballard did his job, came in, got a strikeout, then he got the ground ball to end the inning, but the ball scoots under Burlett's glove instead. 2 runs come in, and this game's gotten a little bit closer. Ball high. 7-6. We got ourselves a ball game now. Ballard trying to limit it here. Again, 2 batters. He's gotten 2 ideal outcomes. 2 strikes here to Love. Trying to hold that lead, 7-6. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. So bounce one. That ball's going to shoot down the right side. Both runners are going to move up. Wild pitch. Time runs 90 feet away. Tyler Lowry down there at 3rd base. So Henry Love has got speed. Might be a good time to just put the ball on the ground and run. There's a ground ball, second baseman Castillo. A little bit of a bobble. Love flies, but it's not going to be enough to allow him to reach. So it's going to be 4-3. That ends the inning. We head into the top of the 4th, and I can't feel my toes.
Well, why do you think I'm standing up? Well, in the 3rd here, Bearcats up 7-6. Eagles put a 5 spot on how many hits?
No hits.
None, yeah. 5 spot on no hits.
Oh, Lord.
2 errors. 2 errors for the Bearcats there.
In that inning, there was 1, 2, 3 errors is what I counted.
Well,
anyway, heading into the 4th inning. Got a sloppy box score, but I'll tell you what's not sloppy is the pitching routines you'll learn from Nova X Kinetics. Youth, high school, and college pitchers. Are you trying to take the next step in your player development? Well, our 4th inning sponsor, Nova X Kinetics, is for you then. And it's directed by Anthony Payne. Coach Payne has worked with several Western North Carolina pitchers in the last few seasons and helped them make major jumps in their physicality, velocity, and overall athletic performance. By infusing data, analytics, and biomechanics, Coach Payne is trying to help pitchers get the most out of their potential. If you're looking to make strides in your pitching performance, get with Coach Payne at Nova X Kinetics ASAP. He offers in-house and remote training options for high school and college level athletes. Nova X Kinetics, new school data, old school grit. He doesn't work with just pitchers either. I think, that's important. He's an arm strength guy in general. And again, if you've been watching any of the Western games, Carter Burnett has been bumping his fastball up to 96, 97, and that was one of Coach's original pupils. So there's a hard line drive, and that's a base hit. Lead off, that's Ballard. So Ballard hitting for Tweed. So I'm going to mark that correctly. So it's a hard single for the senior Ballard. Again, he came in for Tweeds, so now hitting for him. That'll bring River Faulkner to the plate. Ooh. Smell some burning. Some burning leaves.
No, yeah, that does smell like leaves.
So it don't smell like Dario. Oh, that's about a 40-footer. James Osborne bounces one. Pinch runner Humans is going to move up one. So a wild pitch after the single. Good time for a bunt here. We'll see what Faulkner does. Take a strike. 1-1. So 7-6 here. James Osborne trying to see if he can put up a 0. Foul ball off the right side and towards the parking lot. So River, good young catcher. Still got some baby face on him, but he was varsity as a freshman last year, handling those catching duties. Two-strike delivery, 1-2 count. Ball low, 2-2, evened up. Nobody out here, so trying to put the ball in play, get that runner over. Swing and a foul tip, staying alive. Ain't just a BG song. All right. It's going to be a long night. It's cold. Colder it is, the longer it takes usually. Warm games, like East Lincoln, hour 45.
Yeah.
There's a line drive to right field. That's going to – runner's going to hold up, though. Nice throw by Gosnell. It'll be first and third. So, single. Thought it was going to be an RBI for a minute, but hit a little too hard and a good arm out there in right field. It's going to keep it first and third and bring Zach Elkins up. Zach is technically 1 for 2. We gave him a single on that Bermuda Triangle pop up down the left field line that landed in and scored 2 runs. So decent line for the young man. It's going to be hard figuring out a CamWood Bat player of the game unless there's a walk-off or something here because it's a sloppy box score. The pitching lines look awful, and we've seen, 18 errors. So, again, talent on both of these teams, but things to work on in practice. Definitely some things to work on in practice.
I've only got a few next level play the game opportunities so far. Only saved a couple highlights because there hasn't really been any highlights.
There's a bounce one, and pinch runner Fitzgerald is going to take second. Give him a stolen base on that one.
Yeah, you need like a button you can just like highlight me. I've got a few, but again, all the runs been scoring on errors.
Yep.
So that's not next level play of the game worthy, I guess.
Yep.
Foul ball into the trees.
Here's the delivery by Osborne. He's going to miss low. 2-1 count now. So Coach Noble's got his field looking pretty good. I always felt like East Henderson's a nice place to watch a baseball game. Got the elevated cement platform. It's a little bit higher than the rest of the field. Got our cameras scattered around today. Got one up in the press box looking out over the field. We got 2 on the right side, one on top of the dugout, one on the pole next to the near side of the dugout, and then another tripod on the third base side dugout. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there. Went with the heat. Got 1 down now, and that's going to bring Rutledge Pace to the plate. Pace is 0 for 0. He's got 2 walks, and he's stolen a couple bases as well. So left-handed swinger. Osborne's going to miss outside. So Osborne's done pretty good coming in, taking that ball from Shipman. He's tried to be fairly steady. Gave up 1 in the 5th. Ball out. Woo. It's been a tough box score to read.
I'd like to keep these and the score sheet and the inning score thing each time and try to keep that up until the end of the year, just so we can kind of have that, make a folder of it.
I kept them all from last year.
Good.
I have all the Legion ones too. I figure if, you know, Caden Davidson or, you know, Colt Nelson or anybody gets drafted one day or is an MLB player, we'll have some merchandise we can sell to raise some funds, some original post-70 scorecards.
Yeah, I'd rather be in a post-70 season right now than a February high school game.
Brutal. 3rd walk of the day for Rutledge, on base all 3 times via the free pass. It's going to load the bases up again for Hendersonville. We're at the top, or excuse me, bottom of the lineup here. You got Chaz Johnson. He's going to swing someone to center field. That ball is caught. No one's tagging. Wow. Okay. So nobody tagging up there. It's going to be just a routine fly ball. There's 2 outs now. Back to the top of the lineup.
You can see Coach Five-Ass right here laying in him, telling him, like,
missed
what are you doing?
A genuine opportunity there for a tag up. That's not too tough either. You put your left foot on the bag and you square your body up to that right fielder and you just watch, right? And once you know that ball is dropped, you go. And if it's caught, there you go. That ball might fall in. That ball is nice play by the right fielder, Garrett Gosnell. Saves several runs. 3rd out. And that is some BH Granning glove work out there in right center field. Needed that, because if that ball falls, there's probably at least 2 runs in, maybe 3 if that ball scoots by. Score is 7-6. And East is going to have to use that as some motivation to try to get these bats going as we head into the bottom of the 4th. A nice defensive play out there. That might be our next level play of the game so far. It depends on how it ends today, folks, because it's 7-6 and we're heading into the bottom of the 4th. And it is freezing cold. All the appendages, can't feel them. Fingers, toes.
I want to thank our home team sponsors. Falling Bits says for our home team sponsors tonight, supporting the time put towards marketing this game to college coaches pregame, editing and posting highlights for the East Henderson Eagle prospects with recruiting and scouting content on social media. I want to thank JLH Engineering Services, 828-606-7714.
JC's.
No, talk
JLH.
Talk about JLH.
Wait, what are we doing?
Talk about JLH.
JLH, hey, appreciate the heck out of them. You know, we asked for some marketing materials. Said, hey, we just want to support you.
Nice logo that we created.
Made a nice little logo for them. And then on the other side, we got JC's.
JC's Lawn and Care.
JC's Lawn and Care.
458-0660.
And it's about that time. That weather's going to heat up. People are going to lose controls of their yard. Give JC a call. Woo! Well, that nice little web gem out there. BH Granning glove work keeps that score 7-6. East Henderson Bats still got to get going. They only got 2 hits right now. They got 2, 3, 4 in the lineup up. Hill, Sumner, Osborne. And as we head into the bottom of the 4th, we're actually we're in State Farm
Insurance Run territory.
Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance Run territory, but not yet for the Eagles unless they take the lead. So right now those insurance runs will be for the Bearcats if they score them, but we'll see. If the Eagles go up in this inning, then it will be insurance runs after that. So again, we thank Chad McMahon, who's been a sponsor of our broadcast for 3 years now. State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Chad McMahon is there.
That one's back on fairground.
Slapping the pavement.
Here bouncing.
Ballard out for a second inning, came in and did a good job closing it down, picking up for Tweed. There's an error behind him, but that was no fault of his own. East Henderson needs some base runners now. Try to get back in this thing. ball up. Hunter's still trying to figure out this OBS software. It's really interesting, all the things you can do with it. One thing he's trying to figure out, it might not happen today, but he's close, is learn how to throw replays up. So we might be able to do that for you today. It's a lot of different coding. It's not as user-friendly as the Switcher app we used last year, but you can do more with it. So we think it's a good investment.
It was just a lot of, someone having to do the score bugs, having to do the replays. If I'm able to,
Which, maybe we'll upload the intern flyer for next game. Like, we're still looking for interns, preferably college. There's a soft liner to second baseman Castillo, and that'll be out number 2. How did Hill get out, the first batter? How'd that first batter get out? Struck out? Swinging or looking? Swinging. So it's not a Burlett strikeout. James Osborne up. Again, he could tie this game with one swing, but shouldn't have to, right? Got to get those base runners on for your middle of the order hitters. We'll take a ball low. So a soft toss curve, maybe broke 55 there. Ballard's throwing well, though. He's doing exactly what you'd want him to do. He's following the keys to the game. He's filling it up and saying, hey, prove you can hit it. There's a good pitch. You can tell Osborne's trying to figure out his timing a little bit. Sometimes these slow tossers are the best thing you can put in to disrupt the tempo of your opponent. Good take, 2-1. Say if you're Osborne here, say get up in the box a little bit. Still a lot of ball game left here, only in the bottom of the 4th. It was all right. Chatting with Garrett Goswell here in the on deck circle. His BH Granning glove work play out there. He's going to try to, a lot of times you see it, make a great play in the field, come up and get a big hit. So that ball is off of the foot, and I haven't seen the foul call yet. So now they call it, but that ball should have been foul on contact, hit his toe. Second time we've seen that today. So 2 strikes here on Osborne, 2-2. Your Ballard, I say give him your flippiest, slowest curveball. All right, went to the heat, and Osborne almost hit it 5,000 feet. That's foul.
His audible, oh no, from the East Henderson dugout.
Say he had it, but it was foul. So straighten that out. I have a tie ball game here. It's James Osborne, good ball player. He's 1 for 1 today. The RBI single and a walk, scored a run there in the 3rd. There was that slow flipper. That's what I'm talking about. Fouls it back into the parking lot. Souvenir for somebody over at Dario.
Nice.
So 2 outs here, 2 quick outs. A K and a soft liner. Now Osborne's at a 2-2 count. Ballard trying to step in and get a hold. He gets a strike 3 on that slow flipper. Love it. 1-2-3 inning, and the score is going to stay 7-6. No hits, no runs. Heading to the top of the 5th inning, and it's going to be Bolliard, Burlett, and Hulsey. Well, if you're not subscribed to our Patreon yet, what are you waiting for? For the best coverage and content, hands down, of Western North Carolina baseball, visit our Patreon at patreon.com/BB University WNC. Here, you'll find conference previews, preseasons, and playoff predictions, power rankings, players of the week, podcasts, highlight films, and much more. Memberships start at $1, and all that money raised stays right here in Western North Carolina. Support Mountain Baseball. If you've seen the Patreon, there's 5 different memberships. There's $1 that gives you access to all our content. And again, right now, the big talk is the conference previews. If you join for $5, you get the content. We send you a vinyl sticker. You can just pick it up at the game here. We got a little booth set up. $10. If you join the $10 and you stay in it for 3 months, well, that gets you a shirt as well as the content and the sticker. You spend $20, you get a shirt, sticker, hat. If you do $50 or $100, you get all the goodies, the access, and then half of that monthly subscription will go to our scholarship fund. We've given out a $500 scholarship the last 2 years. This year with the Patreon money of those Grand Slam and home run members, half of that each month will build that scholarship. Right now, I think it's approaching $800, maybe $1,000. So join, support Mountain Baseball, and everything goes back into building the broadcast and creating more college recruiting opportunities for our baseball players. Patreon. There's your reads, Hunter. All right, James Osborne out for another inning. He's been steady. He's going to have the middle of the lineup to deal with here for the Bearcats. Trying to keep up with everything here with our batting around. We got to relabel the innings at the top of the score card. So yes, it's Will Bolliard, Aiden Burlett, and Charles Holsey. It's a tough little murderer's row here for the Eagles to get through, but if they do, they can get back in that dugout with a one-run deficit. First pitch, fly ball center field. Looks like Henry Love's got a beat on it, and he'll make the catch for out number one. So Bolliard's line is 1 for 4 after that. He had the single and scored a run in the third. Now Aiden Burlett to the plate. Aiden has walked, reached on an error, and had an RBI ground out. So technically 0 for 2 with a run, an RBI, 2 stolen bases as well. Swinger's a hard rip down the right field line. That might be extra bases. Gosnell's going to chase it down in the corner. He's going to get it before it hits the wall. Burlett's on his horse. It's a great throw. It's cut, and the tag is down, and he's safe. Man, I'll tell you what, if you let that throw go, they might have had him. So I don't know about that cut, but it's going to be a double in the box. Good throw by Garrett Gosnell out there. He's having a great defensive game in the outfield. What you saw right there from Aiden Burlett is what made him a great college prospect. He can turn on a baseball with that left-handed swing. So 1 out now, runner in scoring position for Charles Holsey. Charles is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Strike on the inside corner. Nice placement by Osborne. Nice job by Gosnell. Cut that ball off. I still think that throw, if you let that thing cook to the bag, you might have him. Foul ball by Holsey. It's a little length to that swing. I'll try to shorten it up just a little bit. Two strike count now here. Shorten up. Try to push that ball on the right side. Maddox Ballard on deck. Again, he's in pitching now for the starter, Tweed. He had a single in his first at bat. Ooh, definitely cold baseball tonight here in Western North Carolina. Delivery by Osborne. 2 strikes. It's in the dirt. Oh, it's going to shoot away. So, hey, that bounced far enough away where Burlett was thinking about taking 2 bases. So wild pitch. 1 out. The runner on third. Holsey with this 1-2 count. Ooh. Similar spot to the first strike, but it's a ball. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, but the ball gets away. They got choices to make here. Throw goes down to first. He'll be out at first. Runner stays at third. Nice job. 2-3 on the put out there. It's going to bring Maddox Ballard back up to the plate. 2 outs here. He'll try to hit a single. Hard single like he did last time. Help himself with some Chad McMahon insurance runs. Trying to send yourself that replay. Nice. Swing and a foul. Yep, we need an intern. So any young college, broadcast enthusiast out there, if you want to get into production, broadcast, tech, whatever, get your college hours here at Baseball University and help Hunter out, because he's trying to be our replay man right here, and keep track of the score and everything. He's doing 3 man's jobs. There's a strike. So 2 strikes here to Ballard. Good spot by Osborne. Big pitch coming too. You don't want that run coming in. You want to keep it 7-6 here as we're getting deeper into this game. We're in official game territory now in the 5th. Ball outside. 1-2 count. Pop fly. It's going to go back up over the press box. Good AB here. Good fight. So good play in the outfield tonight by Love and Gosnell out there. Overall, it's been a sloppy defensive game for both sides. There's another foul. Good AB by Ballard. He's determined not to go down swinging. Fouled off several here. Delivers. Swinging another foul. So again, Jack Tweed was 0 for 0 with 2 walks. His pinch runner came around to score 1. Ballard entered the game for Tweed in the 3rd. Hits in his spot. He's 1 for 1. Swing and a miss. Blows the fastball by him. That's the end of the 5th. Or excuse me, end of the top of the 5th. End of the bottom of the 5th. East will send Garrett Gosnell, Dakota Lighton, and Tyler Lowry to the plate. Well, our box score right now is 7-6. We got 6 hits for Hendersonville, 2 for the Eagles, 3 errors recorded for Hendersonville, and 5 for the Eagles. And let's talk a little bit more about that away team sponsor. Again, Hendersonville Magazine. We appreciate the heck out of you. Thank you for sponsoring us and being the away team sponsor. So that means you're supporting the time and effort that goes towards marketing this game to the college coaches pregame and editing and posting highlights for the Hendersonville Bearcats specifically after the game to help them with their recruiting by posting scouting content and video to social media. So for all those folks out there in Hendersonville, Henderson County listening, make sure you're subscribed to Hendersonville Magazine, telling you about all things Hendo. Well, my hands are freezing cold, but I can't imagine what Hunter's going through with all the tapping and clicking and clacking going on over here.
I'm just getting ready because we're about to have a really cool highlight reel at the next level play of the game, unless we get something better than that catch.
Okay. Hunter's stoked about all the upgrades. Join the Patreon. If you're at the game listening, come put $1 in the jar behind us. Pennies, quarters, whatever. Hunter's we're paying them with everything we can.
Paying you in pennies.
I'll take those pennies. Give me them copper pennies.
Dude,
give me them 82 pre's.
Bring the pennies over.
All right, Garrett Gosnell steps up. He reached on an error, so he's 0 for 2 technically. Actually, no, 0 for 1. 0 for 1 because that was the sac fly error. So I looked that up last year. I remember we had this issue. So he has a sac fly RBI, reached on it there, came in and scored a run in that inning. So technically he's 0 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored, and a heck of a play out there in right center field. So there's a ball out. So this is another inning here by Ballard. He's been pretty steady. He retired the side in order last inning. He came in for Tweed in the 3rd. He recorded the K. There was the error behind him, and then the ground ball to finish it. So technically, he's inning and 2/3 scoreless coming into the bottom of the 5th here. Big boy. Might be a football player. Hendersonville has a lot of football players. Typically strong in football. Oh, there's a pop fly. It's going to hook foul. Let's see if Rutledge has a play. Nope. But Hendersonville's thriving in football, basketball, girls tennis. They're usually pretty good. Baseball, you'd like to see it get the same support as the other sports because they got a beautiful stadium and they got some, some legacy in the history with guys like, who's our former Marlin pro?
Quincy
Quincy.
Foster.
Golly, it's blank for a second. I want to say Quincy Williams for a second. It's Quincy Foster. Love Quincy Foster. But, they've had some good players come through in the past. I'm not – it's like, we talked about in the Patreon write-up about Hendersonville and East Hendersonville both. They played some sloppy baseball the last decade. It's like I'm not mad at them. It's I'm mad for them sometimes. You want to see the community get behind their baseball a little bit more. But they got two good teams for sure. But yeah, looking at some of those notable alumni, it was Quincy Foster. He was a draftee by the Marlins in '95. He played 12 years in the minors, 3 in AAA, 5 years in indie ball. I mean, he knows everybody. They had Harold Featherstone, who was a Giants draft pick, played 3 years in the minors. Adam Beasley came out of Hendersonville back in the mid-2000s and went to App State. Yeah, Justin Sparks back in 2015 go to Western Carolina. So, I mean, Wayne Hoots was an Oriole draft pick back in 1967. Like, there's some very interesting names that came through. You had David Riker go play at Maine back in 2007. Maine used to be a powerhouse back in the day, winning several College World Series. On the East Henderson side, you had Joey Rhodes drafted in 1994. He got up to Double-A in the Orioles system.
Tennessee.
Gary Rivers, Tennessee grad. What year was that?
70.
Before the baseball cubes, data was there, but Gary's the
Somewhere from 72 or 74.
Did I miss a stolen base there?
yeah, you did
So that's a
Hauling
Hauling Solutions stolen base there by Garrett Gosnell.
He was in the Braves.
Gary Rivers played in the Braves.
Chris
Case. So again, I mean, pro players, not no one that made the MLB, but plenty of minor league players. And then for East Henderson, again, we said Joey Rhodes. You had Bobby Stiles back in '95 as a Rangers draft pick, played 2 years in rookie ball. Aaron Horn went to UNC Greensboro back '99 to 2002. Fun attempt here by Lighton goes down in the dirt foul. We had Brad Cooper go to Furman back in 2001. Patrick Johnson was a Gardner-Webb, Francis Marion ball player a couple years back. Of course, Taylor Noble, Mars Hill. Kenny Pridmore was at Brevard College.
assistant coach.
Yep, assistant. He's down in that dugout. That's true. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 looking. So that is a call third strike brought to you by Burlett Painting. Paint the corners with Burlett Painting. Saw Burlett painting the North Henderson locker room the other day. Glad to see them out there making our high schools look beautiful. I'll bring Tyler Lowry up. Lowry is 0 for 0 with 2 walks, one of them being an RBI walk. So 0 for 0 with a ribby and a stolen base. So 1 out, 1 man on. Right idea there, trying to get the bunt down with Lighton. But that runner's still out there at second in the meantime. Swing and a pop fly by Lowry. It's going to be over by the Bearcats dugout and just over our camera. So just foul. So again, 1 out here, runner on second. Tyler Lowry, the batter.
I need two.
Is that Gosnell running for himself out there, or is that a pinch runner?
That's a pinch runner.
Okay, I wonder if Gosnell's warming up then. Is he? Okay.
I would
So
say.
Gosnell might be our next pitcher here for East, and he's pretty sharp. So if East can grab a lead here, they might be able to keep it. So 2-0 count. Or no, he had a pop. Was it 1-1? No, I don't think. Okay. 2-1 count. And the bottom of the order right now, Lowry the hitter, Shipman on deck, Colton Emery in the hold, and we're back to the top. So trying to stay competitive here at the bottom of the lineup here against Ballard. Ballard's been cruising. So this is actually probably the most trouble Ballard's seen since he entered the game for Tweed. So it's been steady cruise until then. Here's the pitch. Ball up. It's ball 4. So first and second now, 1 out, brings Shipman to the plate. Timeout here. Elijah Five-Ash going to go out and talk to his pitcher. So that's another Ion Outdoors mound visit. And they are going to make a pitch and change. Looks like Will Bolliard might be coming in to throw. So Will's a pretty good arm. He can spin it pretty well. Dirty uniform. He's been having a gritty game. But again, thank you to Ion Outdoors for being our mound visit sponsor. All right, so Ballard, those 2 runners on are going to be his, but up to that point, it's been an inning and 2/3. It's actually been 2 full innings. Still only 1 out here in the 5th. No hits, 2 walks. Struck out 4. So 4 Ks in 2 innings. No hits, no runs yet. Those 2 out there will be tallied. The bunt attempt. I'll say, gotta be a little bit more
I think we went
committed
dead.
to the bunt
I
there.
think we went dead for a second.
Uh-oh. Are we back live?
I'm not sure.
All right, Bolliard, 0-1 count. Swing and a foul.
Why did that?
We don't have like a time limit or something, do we?
No.
Satellite didn't die or nothing. Oh, got him. Hope he's okay. So Tweed was standing over there. I think I hit him on the thigh there. Maybe hit a helmet. It was right in front of his thigh. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're frozen, but I think the audio's still going. So
Okay. What do you think? Is it a Starlink thing or?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you can still hear us, just hold tight. We're trying to work on a technical difficulty. Bolliard throws high. Ball's going to bounce off the plate and roll out towards third base. Both runners are going to move up. All right, 2 strikes here to Shipman. Bolliard on the stretch, delivers, throws, just outside. All right, we'll see how Shipman handles this 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Watches him back, throws to first, throws. All right. So Colton Emery is going to be the hope now for the Eagles. Tie ball game, 7-7. So again, strike 3 there. Throw goes down to first on the backside. The runner comes in to score, tie this ball game up. We got runner on second. This is the go-ahead run. Colton Emery, the number 9 hitter up. Emery is 0 for 2. He reached on an error in the third inning. Bolliard delivers. Swing and a foul ball. Dribbles off to the side. All right. You had a message come up on this about a forced quit. So 0-2 delivery. Ball low. 2-1, sorry. Just want to shut it all down, do it again. Do you need a new link when that happens, or is okay? So again, just if you're still listening, just hold up. Dealing with some technical difficulties. Ball up. 3-1 count, I believe. All right, Will Bolliard trying to keep this game tied. Foul ball back into the netting. So again, Bolliard comes in, strikes out Shipman, but the run scores on the backside of that strikeout. Ties the game. Swing and miss. 2 Ks for Bolliard. Gets Emery swinging. And we head into the top of the sixth with a tie game. All right. 60. Faulkner, Elkins, and Pace. All right, so both of them. All right.
Well, I think we got at least one good camera back, so we apologize for that, guys. First time doing this, we didn't get a good test day in, so trying to get everything back on track here. So if your score bug is incorrect, I apologize. All right, boom, we got one back. Let's see, we got one back, two's not back, three's back, four's back.
I think the one came back. I don't know about the other.
That one's not, but it's fine.
What would I have to do to make it come back on? I didn't really know what to do.
You guys just close the app out. And I'll go check that one in a
Close the whole
second.
app out?
Yeah, I'll go check that one in a second. Just keep talking. We're good.
We're back online at least?
Yeah.
We're good in center?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sorry about that, folks. Here we are with River Faulkner leading off the 6. New pitcher in is Garrett Gosnell. So if we're in the 6, was that 3 1/3 for James Osborne? Whew. Again, Garrett, a good left-handed pitcher, knows how to pitch.
Was there a hit last inning for Hendersonville? Or for East, I mean?
No.
All right, I'm going to go check another camera. Scorebug's going to be incorrect, but the camera's going. So
Okay. There's a swing by Faulkner. He's going to send out to center field. Henry Love's got a beat on it, though, and as out number 1. We appreciate y'all sticking with us tonight. Again, a couple technical difficulties as we're working in the new technology. So 1 out. I'm going to try to keep up with this score bug here for Hunter. So Zach Elkins to the plate. Zach is technically 1 for 3 with a 2-run single. Remember that single was a pop fly that fell in Bermuda Triangle out there down the left field line. Oh, and that cold weather is starting to nip. Swing and a miss. Garrett Gosnell coming in and getting right to work. Garrett Gosnell gets that ball back. He don't wander far from that rubber. I like that. He just gets his ball and gets back to work. Swing and a miss. 49 degrees is the current temperature here in Flat Rock. Two strikes here to Elkins. A couple shakes from Gosnell. Rocks. Fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 comes in and gets 2 quick outs. I'll bring Rutledge Pace to the plate. It'll be a left-on-left matchup.
Well, I know what happened.
What happened?
Starlink went dummy for a second. I don't know why. That's weird.
It's kind of cloudy out.
That's it, and it hit everything, wired and Wi-Fi. So, and then that whole thing was a separate issue. So
Interesting.
We just had every issue mess up at once. But we're back, guys. I believe we got.
Yeah, my dad said, you crashed. The audio is back. No video yet. I think we're back, though. Somebody shoot us a message. Let us know if we're back.
Yeah, I'll check it right here. It's crazy this happened first game both times.
Yep.
That's what happened to us.
Say last year was rough, too. Wired in and everything. Elon ain't perfect.
Our friends at Good Iced Tea are saying we're in. We're good.
Nice.
They got it on their big TV.
Let me tell you, Garrett Gosnell, one of the best left-handed pitchers in Western North Carolina, in my opinion. I get on him sometimes about his velo. He don't have to worry about it. He just has to keep doing what he's doing because he knows how to pitch. He can put the ball where he wants. He's good at sequencing. And he dialed up 79 last spring. So, I mean, I'm sure he'll hit a low 8 this year. Biggest thing is good recovery exercises, running, moving heavy things around to get that weight on you. But I could see this kid pitching for a while. A good, crafty arm. Kind of reminds me of Caleb Cloninger, former North Gaston pitcher who's at Cleveland. Kind of reminds me of Jared Penland, former Tuscola. Great pitch. Gets him looking. And that is a called strike 3. That is a Burlett called. Strike 3, paint the corners. Burlett Painting. 3 straight, 2 Ks. 1, 2, 3. No hits, no runs, no errors. Heading into the bottom of the 6th.
Well, I want to thank our in-game sponsors tonight for helping us out. Again, we apologize for all those audio and video issues. Starlink crapped out on us, and then we had some issues with the computer as well, but I think we got it back. But thank you to our in-game sponsors, Ion Outdoors, Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance, Granning Landscapes Incorporated, Hine Solutions and Grading, Burlett Painting, CamWood Bats, and Next Level Baseball. Appreciate all of them for being our in-game sponsors.
Yep, we'll have our first CamWood Bats player of the game tonight. Got a bat to take a picture of them with, but still got to get those bats made. CamWood has got a ton of business right now with all the pro seasons starting up. So we're on back order for our trophy bats, but we got one to take a picture of and get the graphic up, and we'll keep track of these kids and get them their bats in the mail here soon. So we appreciate them. 7-7 now. Then we tie it up.
Did we?
Yeah, 7-7.
When was that?
Gosnell scored last inning.
Did I mess that up?
Yeah, I want to say he scored on that. Remember that strike three that was kind of got away, and then he ended up coming in to score. So yeah, we're 7-7. So tie ball game. Bottom of the sixth. Top of the lineup here with Henry Love.
Right here.
Yep, just one run.
Whoa.
And Will Boyard got the strikeout, and then the ball bounced away from Faulkner. He threw it down to first to get him out, but on the backside, good heads up, came home from third to score that tying run.
Is that all right? 3-5,
Yes.
3-5, 6-2, 7-5, 7-7.
Yep, I count three. Henry Love with the foul ball. Back into the road here.
What do we got? We got 1-1.
Another season. One game down after this, 24 to go. I got a couple exclusive broadcasts to fill in along the way, too. Again, if there's anybody out there that wants to bring us to town for a game that's not on the schedule, we have an exclusive broadcast fee where we, come to a game of your choice. It can be out of our region even. So strike three looking. That's an Aiden Burlett, or excuse me, not an Aiden Burlett. It's a Burlett Painting called strike three, painting the corners with Burlett Painting. I'll bring Tyler Hill back to the plate. Tyler has one of the two hits for the Eagles tonight. He is 1 for 2 with a walk, a single, 2 runs scored. Hill playing second base tonight, senior. Boyard working from the stretch. Came on last inning and struck out the only two batters he faced. Strikes out Henry Love to start the sixth, so 3 in a row here for Boyard. There's a strike. One-two delivery coming from Boyard. Goes to the curveball. A little slip and fall there as that ball runs up. 2-2. Will with the dirty uniform, playing hard today. There's a ground ball backside. Knocked down by Elkins, thrown across. It's going to be late. Single or an error? What do you think?
We just hit right at him like.
Yeah, I'm going to get E5. Yeah. So E5. 1 out. You got Tyler Hill on first. I'll bring Tristan Sumner to the plate. So E5. That's the 4th error of the day for Hendersonville. 9 on the day total between the two teams. Here's Tristan Sumner. He's hit by a pitch in the first inning. It's flown out and softly lined out, so 0 for 2. Boyard delivers. There's a ball inside to Sumner. Ooh, say short lead, but late getting back to first. Stays on his feet, though. It's a quick move by Bulliard. Throws over twice on Hill. Bulliard the delivery. Swing and a miss. Chases a spinner low. And Tristan Sumner may still see him in this game now that we're a lot closer in the score. It's got electric stuff. Nice block up by Faulkner. Keeps Hill at first. Some BH Granning glove work there. Nice job by the young catcher. Again, 7-7 is our score. There's the 1-1 delivery. Or does that make it 3-1? I apologize. Nice, another pick there. Say Bulliard does a good job of timing his picks when the runner's taking their stride or step towards the next base. Ooh, misses inside, ball 4. So 2 runners on now for the Eagles, threatening here in the 6th. It's going to bring their best hitter, James Osborne, to the plate. James again 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a walk. Struck out against Ballard in the 4th inning on a floater. Mound visit here from Coach Five Ash. Again, thank you to Ion Outdoors for sponsoring our mound visits. It's a good time to talk about our Patreon again. So again, if you're listening, you ain't joined the Patreon, please go to patreon.com/BB University WNC. What we have up right now, which has been very popular, is our 5 bold predictions for 2026. 2 of those predictions involve the teams that are on the field right now. We had we've released 7 of our 10 conference previews. Still got to get out the Mountain Valley, the Western Foothills, and the Southern Piedmont, but got the rest of them. We got the Northwestern, the MAC, the Mountain 8, the Western Piedmont, the Smoky Mountain, the Western Highlands, and I feel like I'm forgetting one that I did. Big South we did too. So we got 7 done. Big write-ups. I looked at the PBR write-ups. Dude, ours are so much better. I looked at the Asheville Citizen Times. Ours are so much better.
How'd you look at the Asheville Citizen Times?
Someone showed me a copy.
Okay.
Like they did their power rankings, and it's like, they don't know what they're talking about. Just hand over the keys, because we're the new media or baseball media conglomerates in town. Picked second. It's back in plenty of time. However, I've had multiple people, multiple families come up to us and just say, like, this is the first time they've seen this type of baseball coverage west of Charlotte, especially up here in the mountains. So what we're trying to do is create that hometown feel, create a recruiting tool for our players to use to send to college coaches. And here's one right here for you, coaches. If you're watching, you got James Osborne, one of the best power hitters in the conference. He's got an RBI single today. Trying to see if he can give the Eagles the lead here with one big swing. Strong, barrel-chested young man, works hard in the weight room. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 evened up here now. Again, 1 out. Double play is still in play here if they can get the ground ball. Big pitch coming here from Bulliard. Swing, ball high. Nice location though. 3-2 pitch. Interesting pitch call coming up here. I almost want to go with the spinner. But it might go back to those keys of the game. It's like, here it is. Hit it. Show me you can do something with it. Swing and a pop fly foul. It's heading into the parking lot.
Heading to the Jeep.
Ooh, it's something over there. That sounded loud. That sounded like the top of a car.
Where'd you park? Way back corner?
Sort of.
I
I parked next to a Camaro. Let's hope it wasn't that. Swing and a drive. Hard base hit to right field. That will score one. And all the way to third base goes the pinch runner. So someone was running for Sumner there. Hill comes in to score. Another RBI single for Osborne, his second of the game. He's 2 for 3. Now Garrett Gosnell come to the plate. Already had a couple good web gems tonight. He scored 2 runs. He's technically 0 for 3. Or no, 0 for 2. He had the sac fly RBI. Scored 2 runs because that sac fly was dropped, but it doesn't count against him in the box. So 0 for 2, 2 runs and RBI. Again, James Osborne coming through in the clutch, putting Eagles up 7-6. So anything that the Eagles put across now is a Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance run. Ball low. Again, he loves seeing Osborne use the whole field. We saw him hit 2 home runs out to left field last week. He has 2 line drive laser beams to right center tonight to score runs. Ground ball, slow bounder to third, picked up by Elkins, throws the first, gets the run in, RBI ground out. So 5-3 on the put out. Pinch runner comes in to score. And that is a Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance run. So interesting line for Garrett Gosnell tonight. 0 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored and some nice plays out in the outfield. And then a fine inning on the bump. So Gosnell performing on all 3 facets of the game tonight, fielding, pitching, and hitting. Osborne still out there at second. 1 more run. 1 more duck on the pond. 1 more insurance run. So this is, I think this is, we got a pinch hitter here. Not listed on the scorecard, but I think this is the catcher, Trey Justice, hitting for himself, lighting out of the game. Because again, coach doesn't have a number 15 on the max prep, but he might have on the lineup card. Noble have a 15 on his message earlier. Actually, I got mine. I can look. I think this is their catcher. All right. There's a, woo, it's close. Yeah, I think this is Trey Justice hitting for himself. I had his number wrong. I apologize. It's ball 4, so he'll take a base on balls, head down to first base. That's first and second. They're going to put a runner in for the catcher. So that's Jesse Knox, the junior, running for Justice. And with Sumner being pulled from the game, I'm wondering if Sumner's warming up in the bullpen to close, because he was pinch ran for after he got on. So we might see Gosnell come back out. We might see Sumner. Tyler Lowry up. Lowry's 0 for 0 with 3 walks and an RBI today. So base on balls for Lowry all day long. And first and second here. There's a strike in the bottom of the zone. So 9-6 here. The Eagles go ahead in the bottom of the 6th. They're going to bring their closer out here to try to see about shutting it down. That ball might be up the middle. Nope. Nice play by Burlett. Tosses to second for the out. So 6-4. Fielder's choice ends it. We're going to go to the top of the 7th. East Henderson's going to try to win a ball game here. So this goes back to our keys of the game. Getting ahead and learning to win. Learning to shut it down at the end. So it's going to be 9-1-2 here in the 7th. We'll see who they're bringing in to pitch. Yep, it's going to be Tristan Sumner out to pitch, try to close it down. So the Sidewinders should just come in here and try to fill it up. Might sneak out there with the radar gun too. Well, Hunter, I think we definitely have our play of the game. But I'll tell you, I wonder if that CamWood bat may not go to Mr. Osborne for his big hits today. So we'll see. We'll have to look through. Social media spot. All right. Y'all spotting us on social media yet? We got the YouTube, we got the Facebook, we got the Instagram, we got the X, we got a website, we got Patreon. Holy moly. But get on that social media, like and subscribe on the YouTube. If you're watching it right now and you're not subscribed, just click it. You can like us on Facebook. Again, everything is BB University WNC. X is popular with the college coaches. Instagram is popular with the kids. That's why I don't understand it. Facebook, it's good for the neighborhood. And Patreon, it's good for the membership and supporting mountain baseball. So support us on the social media. All right. So, again, Tristan Sumner, he can run it up to 91. But first, let's tell you who our 7th inning sponsor is. It's Hale Tax Solutions. Hale Tax Solutions is the official tax preparer of Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. In business since 1997, Hale Tax Solutions International is headed by former IRS agents that understand the tax system's complexities and can guide you to your maximum returns. They perform all categories of tax returns, including personal, corporate, trust, estates, and nonprofits. They can also offer bookkeeping services, consulting, and can be your representation at state or federal audits. With tax season in full swing, give Hale Tax Solutions International a call at 828-435-6082 today to schedule your return. Got another good return from them. I got my taxes done with them this week. Hale Tax Solutions. It's always complicated when you run an LLC, so appreciate them helping us out. All right. Well, let's see here. Some top performers so far. See Will Bolliard, 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. Pitched pretty well. Aiden Burlett, he's got an RBI. He's got a double. 1 for 3 on the day. Reached on a walk, too. Jack Tweed pitched pretty well early on. Ballard came in for him. He had a single, pitched fairly well. River Faulkner, 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a ribby today. Zach Elkins, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs. Rutledge Pace walking all day, 0 for 1 with 3 walks and a K. Had 2 stolen bases and a run. Chaz Johnson with a walk, 0 for 2. On the other side, Henry Love, 0 for with a run scored. Tyler Hill, 1 for 3 with a walk, a single, and 3 runs scored. Tristan Sumner, 0 for with a hit by pitch and a walk. James Osborne, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, including the go-ahead RBI. Garrett Gosnell, 0 for 2 with a sac fly, 2 runs scored, and a walk, 2 walks. So no one's really blown up the box scores, but I think right now James Osborne with those 2 big hits, especially the one that put him ahead, is probably our main candidate for the CamWood Bats player of the game right now. All right, let's see what Tristan Sumner's got in the tank. Was that too fast to see it was a strike? I don't know where that one was. Again, I'll tell you, I ain't even going to go out there with the radar gun. I've already seen 91 on my radar gun. It's cold tonight. He might be high 8s. But I don't want to stand behind home plate with a radar gun when he knows I've been his biggest critic about taking that speed and just putting it in the middle of the plate, trying to see if these guys can hit it, because this stuff's got so much natural movement. He's just got to get it somewhere in that square. Been working hard down at tread. He's gained a lot of velocity in the last year, going from about 84 to 91 in a calendar year. Big swing there by Johnson. And that's what Tristan has to understand, is know your opponents. These guys aren't used to seeing 91. They're not used to seeing high eights. They're not used to seeing mid eights. Go ahead and put it there for them. Outside, don't overthrow. Johnson today, again, 0 for 2, had the walk, scored a run in the second inning, that big second inning for the Bearcats where they put 5 across, took an early lead. Eagles storming all the way back. Oh, got ahead, but then he hits them, so one runner on here for the Bearcats. Again, the Eagles have a 2-run lead to work with here, so that run doesn't mean much. It's this batter at the plate, David Castillo. David, again, he's at a single. He's reached on an error, so technically 0 for 3 on the day with a run scored. Little noise coming from that Bearcats dugout. Again, these kids all grew up with each other on both sides of the field, and definitely going to try to get in each other's ear. Not sure where he's missing. I mean, it's also one of those things when you've been seeing mid to high 7s all day. Swing and a foul. So we got our next level baseball North Carolina play of the game selected, and we'll show that to you here at the end of the game. We'll wait till the post game to show it, or middle of the 7th. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll find out. We might not have a middle of the 7th. So there's a swing and a ground ball, tailor-made, picked up by Lowry. Gets one, throws across, double play. So kept it himself. I love it. Tailor-made. And that's what Sumner needs to realize, is even though you're throwing so dang hard, you got to get in the zone. I'd rather them swing on the first or second pitch and do that and save your pitch count. So now 2 down. Will Bolliard is going to be the last hope here for the Bearcats. Again, up 9-6 here in the top of the 7th. Ooh! Up and in. Hits him. So a little wild here. 2 hit by pitches. So hit by pitch and then a ground ball double play. And then another hit by pitch. We'll see if he can stick with the ground ball pattern. So Aiden Burlett, one of the toughest hitters in the county, coming up. Catcher Justice going to walk out and talk to his closing pitcher here. So Will Bolliard, I was looking, he tried to catch it. It was like coming at him, he was going to catch it. It was bare hand. Stiff armed it away. So again, Tristan Sumner in to close this game, trying to earn a save. Garrett Gosnell would be the pitcher of record here. So Garrett Gosnell, if they hold on to this game, the Eagles, he'll be the winning pitcher. Sumner will have earned the save. I think the pitcher of record was still Gosnell when the runs came across the board on Osborne's hit. It's a good Henderson County matchup right here. Good old showdown between one of the best left-handed hitters and best right-handed pitchers in the county. Yeah, good crowd tonight. Glad to see everybody out here in the green and the red supporting their home team, away team. Ooh, just missed inside. Got some heat coming out of the slot tonight. So evened up here, 1-1. From the stretch, throws over, don't need to. That runner don't mean a flipping thing, Mr. Sumner. You get this batter right here. You got a 2-run lead. You can go ahead and just ask that guy to go, just walk in from now on. You don't even need him. Just walk around the bases, score, get this batter out. Let's go. He ain't missing by much. Umpire's still trying to get his eyes to adjust a little bit too after seeing mostly mid to high sevens today. On deck is Charles Holsey. See if he gets a chance to hit here. Ooh, just missed inside, so we run to 3-1 here. Sumner, again, I ain't got the angle to see, but ain't missing by much. Ooh, ball four. All right, so tie and run does reach base. This game ain't over yet, folks. So a hit by pitch and a walk. We got runners at first and second. Again, you can kind of see a little sneak preview of what this Eagles team can do with Gosnell and Sumner here pitching these last couple innings. Again, still waiting to get their primary catcher, Cole Holbrook, back. And one of their primary middle infielders, Jake Harvey. So this team's only going to get more solid up the middle as basketball ends. This would be a great opening night win for East Henderson. Try to make a little bit of a statement. Swing and a miss. Holsey chases the high heat, and we're down to potentially our final strike. This is a big pitch here for the Eagles as a whole. So if this ball's put in play, it needs to be caught. This team needs to be ready to shut it down. We don't need to be holding that runner that tight a second, guys. Get back into position. Ball up. And Lowry and Hill in the middle, probably pinching a little too much. Stay in position here, especially with the slower base runner. If you get that ground ball, you want to have much an opportunity to get the out as you can. Oh, not sure where that missed. I wonder if the umpire is having a little trouble picking it up. Goes back to the keys of the game. Got to finish. Got to finish. Got to know how to win. Right now, if they're saying that you got to throw this pitch down the middle to make this umpire call it, that's what you do. Strike three, ball game, big statement win. Tristan Sumner strikes out the final batter of the game, scoreless inning. 2 HBPs, no hits, no runs. Earns the save. Garrett Gosnell is your winning pitcher tonight. Woo! It was a cold one, and it was a good one. It was sloppy in the beginning, but I like the way that the Eagles finished tonight, showing flashes of what could potentially come. Again, this Hendersonville team is a good team that'll compete in that Western Highlands. They were chosen to finish first place in the Western Highlands with their conference switch. Final score is 9-6. What are we jumping into? 9-7. 9-7. So, Hunter, you want to give them the final tally? You can put your score bug up.
Yeah, Hendersonville finishes 7 runs on 6 hits with 4 errors, while the Eagles finished with 9 runs on 3 hits and 5 errors.
Now, do you have your big score bug, or do you have to put it together still?
We're going to throw that up here in a little bit, but we need to talk about the next level.
Oh, yeah. So, next level baseball, North Carolina, we appreciate the heck out of them. Next level baseball, NC is a proud sponsor of us, and they're proud to bring you the next level play of the game. Again, Next Level Baseball is the only showcase organization in Western North Carolina that we endorse. We love Coach Rick DeArmas. We think he does a great job developing culture and creating player development opportunities for youth players of all ages, truly creating a family feel. So, without further ado, here is your next level play of the game. Let's see if the graphic works. Now, do I get to talk over it?
You do.
Oh, all right. So this is where our boy, Garrett Gosnell, made an insane diving play that saved probably at least 2 runs from scoring and ultimately allowed the Eagles to stay in position to win this game. We got another angle of it, too?
Oh, it kind of messed up. Whoops.
We can still see it, though, right? But you got to drag it to make it bigger?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We're catching you on the fly. So, hey, stick with us. We're going to do a little bit of we're going to do some interviews at the end, and we're going to hand out the CamWood Bats player of the game. A little rusty here. What other reads do we got to do? We're going to do the player of the game spot, or are you going to show the next level play? Well, we got that replay coming. We got technology, folks.
Let's give it a few seconds. Make sure we get this play of the game, due diligence, and we'll be right back. Everything I just said. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. All right. You want me to use both of them? I'm sorry, I got
Use that one. Give me that one.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try easy on these. Are we good? We're going to go live. Head coach. One. down there and celebrate.
Yes, sir.
I think that's it for the first broadcast of the Scout and Streaming Series. We appreciate y'all coming out. Hunter, you done your ad reads? Anything got to go out?
Got a couple things, but I'll take your mic and we'll be good to go. Again, for the best coverage and content of Western North Carolina baseball, visit our Patreon at patreon.com/bbuniversitywNC. Here you'll find conference previews, preseason and playoff predictions, power rankings, players of the week, podcast, highlight films, and much more. Memberships start at $1, and all the money raised stays right here in Western North Carolina. Support Mountain Baseball. Stay connected to Baseball University on social media, Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Like and subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/@bbuniversitywNC. Like us on Facebook at Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Follow us on X and Instagram at bbuniversitywNC. And check out the website at baseballu.org.
Oh, there it is.
That didn't do what it wanted to, but whatever. Hold on.
This is what Hunter's been waiting for, is to show the. There we go.
Hold on.
Hey, good luck, Elijah.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Stupid thing is being ridiculous.
Hunter's been working on this score bug. It's just a matter of getting it implemented quicker and quicker. But there it is. Oh, it's beautiful. The whole dang innings, all 7 of them. Look at those runs. Look at those hits.
Well, Baseball University of the Blue Ridge, thank you for tuning in to the West North Carolina High School Scout and Streaming Series from East Flat Rock, North Carolina on the campus of East Henderson High School. This has been coverage of Western North Carolina High School baseball, where the Hendersonville Bearcats fall to the East Henderson Eagles by a score of 9-7. I'm Hunter Street.
And I am Ryan Cook.
Wishing you a good night.